Hey, how we doing? We're trying to work on some tech problems. Ben's having unfortunate luck with microphone, and then I got him another microphone, and he doesn't. This one's causing him problems, and it shouldn't. It's a good microphone. So, but that is the Hafeman luck. That is the Hafeman way. We get the most defective items by chance. If there's a defective item, we'll get it. It's part of the Hafeman curse. Thanks, Dad and Mom, especially Dad. Anyway, hey, Packers had the ball first in this game, and 3rd and 3, Jordan Love taking a page out of Aaron Rodgers, not throwing the underneath pass, but going deep down the sideline. Actually put a nice ball out there. Romeo Doubs turned the wrong way and then turned back the other way, and he should have caught it, and he missed it. So Romeo's got to work on locating the ball. Jordan Love looked pretty good right there, I got to say. Got a nice scramble. Patrick Taylor running her hard, and now the Packers are on defense. We'll get into that in a minute. A couple of things to note about the O-line in the first series. Josh Myers missed a block on the first run. Was chasing his guy, never got to him. And second run, John Runyon totally blew his block and whiffed. So Lions got lots of practice and work to get in, which is why they're playing the would-be Packers starting offensive line is going to get plenty of reps here in the preseason games because they need it 100%. Saints got the ball now. They're coming out, starting it up. Oh, we're trying to hit Chris Olave. Remember, Ben was not a big Chris Olave guy, but Mr. Book, who's starting at quarterback tonight for the Saints, tried to throw it out to him, and it was to the outside. Olave didn't turn around. Relatively decent pressure from the Packers D-line on that, so 3rd and 5 upcoming in this exciting preseason matchup. Oh, well, it's preseason, but it's still football, so it's good. And people are in Lambeau, and it looks like a great night out there, so good night for football, 100%. Saints trying to convert on 3rd down. Nice punch out, good fight. Nice work by Shamar Jean-Charles. And the Jean-Charles, even though he's only 170 pounds. Oh, are we going to get a PI here? Oh, come on now. Come on now. He was just fighting for the ball. Oh, yeah, DPI. Okay, so it's an automatic first down for the Saints. I have to plug Delta Beer Lab because I'm starting out with a new brew tonight that they just came out with. It is a Cucumber Mint Kolsch. Cucumber Mint Kolsch in honor of the Forward Festive team here in Madison, the football team. Football, or soccer as we call it in America. We got a team in town, and this is a brew especially for them. Fresh set of downs for the Saints. We're going to a screen to Taysom Hill. We remember Taysom Hill being on the Packers. He's weaving his way. Gets taken down about the 40, almost close to another first down. So it'll be 2nd and short. Oh, no, he does get a first down on that one. Got the line to gain. Taysom. It's always a good player for the Packers. Kind of sad that they lost him, but they wouldn't know how to use him anyway. They wouldn't have been creative like the Saints have been creative using him. He did not quite work out as a quarterback for the Saints when they really tried to kick it into gear for Taysom Hill last year, but he's still a dynamic, strong, fast, sure-handed guy that can do a lot on the football field. So the Saints use him well. Got to run up the gut. Way too much room on that one. And it's Quay Walker making the tackle, but about 7 yards downfield. So it'll be 2nd and 3 coming up for the Saints as they approach the Packers territory, approach the 50-yard line. Jack Heflin's in. We got some second team mixing in with first team here. Jack Heflin's having a good camp. If you didn't know that, he's doing pretty well. I'd like to see him step up in this game. Mostly second teamers on the D line. Ooh, Heflin beats his guy that time. Got held. No call. Wow, that should have been called. Oh, maybe it is a call. There's a flag down. Jack Heflin definitely got held on that. I'm giving my first sip of the cucumber mint Kolsch. Let's give it a shot. Woo! That is interesting. I like it. I taste the mint 100%. And it's refreshing like a cucumber. So Delta Beer Lab, nice creation. They do, and what's interesting about Delta Beer Lab is they do mostly common, regular style, traditional style beers. So they don't do many experimental beers, and this is like a Kolsch that is kind of different. Cucumber mint. Wow, I'm still tasting the mint. 2nd and 13 after the penalty. Oh man, we got another penalty on the Saints as they try throwing a quick screen to the outside. And I think this one's going to be against the Saints as well. So what was? Oh, no OPI. Oh, okay. Flag, pick it up. Pick up that flag, says the official. We don't need no flags in the preseason. Pick them up. Dennis Allen is the new coach of the Saints. We know that. We're in the first quarter. First preseason game at Lambeau Field. And I want to see, there he is. My man. I want to see how well he does. Getting held a little bit here on the outside. Well, nice job by Isaiah McDuffie coming up to make a tackle. Isaiah McDuffie had 6 tackles, tied for the team lead in the opening preseason game. So he's trying to make this team not just as a special teamer, but also as a linebacker, perhaps, and he's getting the start tonight. He did a good job of forcing the quarterback back inside, but, not hard to tackle quarterbacks usually who are trying to run. But still, good close. Well done, Isaiah McDuffie. Broke down enough. He knew he didn't have to put a big shot on him, so he broke down enough that he couldn't get juked, and now the Saints have to punt. So we get to see Amari Rodgers back for a punt return. Let's check out how that goes. Kick is up. Rodgers waving it off, trying to field it, and makes the catch cleanly. He tracked the ball well. It kind of ate him up a little bit. He ended up catching it on his shoulder pad by his chest plate. It's a little scary. You want to catch it with your hands, but he did track it, caught it clean, and Packer football. So we're in the preseason. Green Bay Packers football. There's some interesting things that happened this week. Ben is supposed to join. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he just got so mad, but his microphone that he's boycotting being on, not sure. He hasn't communicated with me. He was just mad. His mic level was just kind of dropping out on him and coming in and out, and I don't know why that was, and he didn't know why that was, and we were both frustrated by it. But now he's back. Now he's maybe on his phone or something. I think he's on his phone. You on your phone?
I'm on my phone because I hate freaking crap.
I don't know what's going on. Hey, good to see you, though. Do you lose some weight this week?
No, I shaved.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for being a jerk.
What? I just thought you looked a little thinner. Hey, how'd you feel about have you been watching the game, or you just been being mad?
I sort of been watching and sort of not been watching.
Okay.
Hey, Duffy apparently did something exciting. I don't know. I just saw everybody giving him a high five and smacking him on the head.
It was just the quarterback. I mean,
the quarterback sucks.
No, but I mean, he just tackled the quarterback who was trying to run. I mean, the quarterback shouldn't juke you out of your shorts when you're, a linebacker and stuff. So it's fine. I mean, he tackled him, so I gave him credit for that. He was smart. He broke down. Anyway, a couple key points. Jordan Love had a really nice first series, but Romeo Doubs couldn't locate the ball, and he turned the wrong way and then turned the other way and then couldn't find the ball and couldn't catch it when he should have. So that was that. And I also
the other thing I liked about that was on that play, his first read was double covered, so he got off it. But still, I wish he would have. When it's 3rd and 3,
I said that.
Like,
he Rodgers
run, please, for a first down.
No, he like Rodgers it. Rodgers it.
Almost, I don't know if anybody's seen this, but they showed
down the sideline.
they showed the big touchdown pass to Dobbs last week. It was 4th and 1, and DeGuara was wide ass open on a quick, slant. But instead, he took the shot.
He's
Which,
being trained by A-Raj.
yeah, it's just fine. It's just okay, exciting, but is it smart? No, and this shows you why. Now, on that particular play last week, Dobbs was so wide open, he couldn't have screwed it up. This time, Dobbs wasn't open. The first read was double covered, and then he just took the shot instead of like waiting around a little bit or maybe trying to run. The guy that never runs. I don't understand why he never escapes the pocket. And even Rodgers said that this week in his press conference. They asked him what Jordan could do better, and he said maybe he needs to run a little bit.
Well, he did on the first snap. He took off up the middle after and he ran for like 15 yards. But
that's great. But did extended drive? No. Maybe he needs to start extending some down drives. Let's see it do it here.
I did see, Amari Rodgers did come open over the middle. If he'd waited a beat longer, he kind of there's a window to throw it to him in there. And that was a shorter pass. So it would have been a first down. Wouldn't have been a big hitter like the one to Dobbs. But anyway, they go to Patrick Taylor on the opening run. AJ and AJ are not seeing any action tonight. It's P. Taylor and some other guys. Hey, Royce, maybe catch a block once in a while. Nice work. Not a lot of blocking there, but Patrick Taylor can handle it, and he got some yards.
This looks so much better on my computer than on my phone.
Come on, Royce. Oh, Royce just let the guy through that tackle. I love it. Royce is playing right tackle tonight, by the way, so we'll see how that goes. I did mention after the first set of downs, because Myers missed a block right away, and then Runyon missed his block the next play, that this offensive line needs lots of work, so they're getting it here in the preseason because they need it 100%. They got to learn how to play football and play together.
Yeah, where are you right now? What are you looking at?
Jordan Love. Ooh, nice toss over the middle to Juwan Winfrey. That's a first down on a 3rd and 4. This time he did the opposite. He threw over the middle and got a first down on the easy cross underneath. What about that? You can throw a shallow cross.
You're like a good minute ahead of me.
Okay. You can you can throw a good shallow cross underneath.
I'll just watch it after and see if I see something stupid.
Nice fill by Patrick Taylor. There's a blitzing linebacker in the middle, so that's cool. Hey, high school football in Wisconsin starts tonight, by the way. With the radio stations I work at, we got a couple of live broadcasts going on. High school football. The pigskin, the gridiron for high school. Holy man, Jordan Love's letting it rip tonight. Nice. His ball looks like it has more zip, too. It's a big completion to Romeo Dobbs. Not the greatest decision. He was sort of open enough. Jordan Love wants to let it rip, baby.
Dude, he was double covered.
He was the furthest guy downfield. That's the one you're supposed to throw to, according to Aaron Rodgers' theories. All right, so they're working Amari Rodgers different ways. I like that. People have been talking about how much faster he looks. I don't know if he looks that much faster, but he definitely has got some shift to him. He's got some tackle breaking ability. He's probably one of their better run after the catch guys as a wideout. So I like using him in the end arounds and things like that. That makes sense.
Yeah. This offense is looking good right now. I mean, I will say this about that pass to Dobbs. What I liked about it was he wasn't afraid to throw it there, and he was accurate, even though there were two defenders trailing Dobbs. So if that would have been even a little bit behind him, it probably would have been a pick. That's a little scary, but he's actually very good on that pass. Very, very good.
And he had good velocity on it too. Like it seems like his spiral's tighter than normal. He's I don't know, maybe no wind tonight. Only Aaron Rodgers could tell us if there's wind, but Jordan Love looks like he's throwing the ball well. I mean, I haven't seen many errant throws. It looks good.
Now, according to Andy Herman, he said that the Packers' rushing offense against the Saints in the practices this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, was terrible. He said the run blocking was terrible. There was nothing. There was like one play where A.J. Dillon had a run. Otherwise, Aaron Jones had no holes. They couldn't do anything. And based on what we're seeing so far, that is the case again. But he also said that the pass protection was much better than in the 49er game. So, and it's looking pretty good so far today. Nice play action.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a nice on target throw to DeGuara as he's going to his left. So Jordan Love's looking sharp.
it
And
was.
he actually looked pretty good last week too. I mean, two of those interceptions were off of balls guys had their hands on. Packers had their hands on. So
But they were also high passes. Like they were
yeah,
way up here. Like he wasn't as accurate last week as he is so far this week.
no. Obi Tom must Jedi mind tricked him or something. We'll get into some Aaron Rodgers comments once we have a little moment. Okay. Yeah, so the Packers are driving here. They're inside the 20. They're looking pretty good. You know, Jordan Love's sees guys open. He's letting it rip. Here's a guy coming up. He made a play earlier on the 3rd and 4. Juwan Winfrey. That's it. The wide receiver development this past week is interesting, and that's really what the conversation's about. But I think Juwan Winfrey should make this team.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to talk about that right now.
We'll talk about when we have a minute, when it's commercial or whatever. But he's out here tonight with the first team doing some good things. This one's gonna be a handoff, and Patrick Taylor. It's interesting. He's like almost as big as AJ Dillon, but he doesn't look like like he is. I don't know.
No,
He runs with his shoulder pads lower though, which is good, and he just got the first down, I think.
I'm eating Doritos. Sorry, everybody. Kiss my butt.
I'm drinking a cucumber mint
Barf.
beer.
I like cucumbers, but
It basically tastes like mint. It tastes like mint beer.
then why even put the cucumbers in there?
To make it more refreshing? Actually, to balance it out. And then there's some vegetables in there. So if you didn't eat your vegetables, you can just say, I got my cucumber right here.
From your beer?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
I'm pretty sure it counts for a vegetable. Like if you put it down, if I were to go in tomorrow to like the doctor and they said, well, what did you eat to eat how many vegetable servings? I'd count this as a vegetable serving. Don't you think? That's legit.
What do we think about Dominic Daphne getting cut? Was he hurt?
That's an interesting one to me. Also, who else got cut? Oh, Malik Taylor too. See you later, Malik Taylor.
He was injured.
Okay.
So they wanted to cut him before he got healthy because then they couldn't do the settlement. So that was a smart move. But I was Daphne injured? I don't know.
I don't know about that one. I haven't been following all those things this week.
Out of all the tight ends, to me, Daphne is the most solid. Like if I had to count on some guy to get a block, to make a third down catch, I mean, he's not going to like tear it up or anything, but he's not going to screw it up either. And that's the problem with having Big Dog on the team. Now we just lost a guy who's a very good special teams player and a solid guy who's gone. For what? 20 plays, Big Dog missing blocks? Ugh.
This running play that they just had is rough. Yash and Runyon collapsed the left side of the line really hard. It was a big, wide open hole, but Myers couldn't hold his block, and so it was a short gain.
And that's what we were talking about last week, where we said if you have a weak link or whatever on a play, that's a problem. It's not like the starting rotation that Andy Herman was talking about.
Yeah.
If I misses, also DeGuara missed his linebacker on that play too. I just watched it again.
Yeah. Let's check we'll check the chat here in a little bit once we get a minute. We're still watching plays.
There's an inaccurate pass. Jordan Love seems to have inaccurate passes when he's rolling off of play action sometimes. These little double passes.
He doesn't like pressure. Now he's running around like a crazy person. Jesus. All right. Well, that didn't work. Okay. This play looks a little like it looks kind of like Favre and Rodgers combined. This next pass play a bit for you. And the end result is nothing. Is out of bounds. So that's fine. But at least not an interception. So now we get a chance to kick it here. Is this? We got to
watch it, dude.
Ramiz Ahmed is in.
if you watch it back, Taylor and DeGuara run into each other right at the goal line.
That
So
sounds like a
I somebody
miscommunication.
screwed up or what,
Right.
but it was pretty sad.
Well, this new kicker doesn't miss the field goal by 20 yards left. So we got 3 points. Packers.
Okay, now the guy was. Did you hear? He pulled a hammy last week right before the game and still kicked through the game. That guy.
I
So
didn't hear it.
not
Okay.
giving crap to the guy. He was hurt and he went out there and tried his best.
All right. All right. All right.
3 designation this week as well, same as Taylor. He was hurt.
Okay. All
and he
right.
still
Fair
went
enough.
out there and kicked.
All right. I appreciate it. It better.
Oh.
That's more than Mason's doing. Mason's taking it easy. Come on, Mason. Get out there. Okay, let's look at the chatters here real quick. Then we'll get into some. Let's see. Williams here hopes Big Sakia can use the preseason to smooth out special teams in time for regular season opener. He's working on it. They're talking about he's working those guys all the time. They talk about how much he works on it. They're using starters. Brett Rogers. Whoa! Look at this. Had to pause for a bit to catch up. You must have some good coverage. Yes, we do, Brett Rogers. We do. And Rick says, hey, how you doing, Rick? Raider Rick, just dropping in to see what's up. Hey, Rick, Devontae Adams declared the Raiders as legit Super Bowl contenders just recently. What do you think about that? If you're still around, comment on it or do it when you come back. And then Will Series says, hope no one drops any passes. Otherwise, they'll be in the doghouse. Oh, the dropping of the passes. That's a very good point. So, Ben,
Yeah.
I put some out on Facebook and asked you about this today. It was that Aaron Rodgers revelation of being kinder, being nicer to himself, being gentler. Is that what he said? Gentler. I think the caption said kinder to yourself, but he said gentler with yourself.
Yeah, I don't care.
And he talked about, that's what I would tell those young kids, just don't try to be perfect. I was like, who is this guy? Wasn't this the guy that always wanted it to be perfect? Wasn't this the guy that? But so now he's this guy who just be kinder, gentler, appreciate your surroundings, appreciate what you got, know that everything's going to be okay. Except, you don't have to be kinder to your young receivers, but you just be kinder to yourself is the message that I got out of that. What'd you get?
I really didn't care. I thought it was dumb. So I watched it and said it went in one ear, out the other ear.
What'd you take away from him getting on those young wideouts? Get on them.
The more important thing is the fact that the thing I don't like is this. Also, Randall Cobb's comments about this is how we do it here.
I know. I don't like it.
You better know how you do it, how to read the defense and blah, 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 blah. How about if we just run some damn plays that work? How about if we stop doing the damn Aaron Rodgers look at the defense and try to figure it all out, and then when the defense changes, our play freaking sucks because that's what happened in the playoffs last year. But this stupid crap where they're getting on the receivers because they don't know what they're supposed to do. Oh, yeah, because they're freaking rookies. And Matt LaFleur is trying to run his offense, and then Aaron Rodgers is trying to run his stupid-ass offense. And it's not going to work. And if fans think that that's cool, they're wrong. LaFleur's the coach. And you can watch last week when you watch Jordan Love out there, how many quarterback run options did he run? God dang, I can't stop that damn kick return.
No,
Zakia, fix this shit.
He can't. Ty Summers was in there. Ty Summers was in there, and he's not doing anything. So Ty Summers is out. Sorry, Ty Summers. You out, boy.
But anyway, that's all I'm saying.
You're right. And that's my thing, too. It's like, and then Aaron Rodgers comments, then all of a sudden, let's talk about, because the Saints have the ball, it's preseason or whatever. We'll get back caught up on this if anything happens. But
it's also second team defense. So, I mean, who cares?
Holding on the Saints here on this first down run. So the officials are practicing as well, practicing their flag throwing here in the preseason. Really important. But I also didn't like it either because I'm like, Aaron, you wanted them to play and do this your way. Well, where were all those months that you could have been working with those guys, huh? Where were you then?
What were they practicing all during the offseason?
The plays.
Look at the defense and change your route based on what you see the defense do and get inside Aaron Rodgers' head? No. They were running the Matt LaFleur offense. So you know what, Aaron Rodgers? Run the damn Matt LaFleur offense. And the sad part is, stupid fans aren't going to freaking give him any crap for it. The guy doesn't care to come to freaking play, to come to work out. He doesn't care to be here anymore. Why is he still on the team? I wish to God they would have traded his dumb butt to Denver for a bunch of draft picks, and we would maybe have an offensive lineman in the first round who would suck ass. These guys suck.
I told you straight up, they should have went Rodgers for Miners and some picks. Would have been a great trade.
Quinn at right guard with the draft pick at right tackle would have been awesome. Like a first round pick at tackle.
And then just run the ball a lot. Like, let Quinn Miners be a monster and destroy people. Hey, games happening here. We got some good pursuit from number 55. Doing justice to the number, my friend. Good job. Inigbari, he's been showing up. He's been getting some pressures. He's been showing up. What do you think about him so far?
Well, he's a guy before the draft I liked. I talked about it. I said he was not a, like an athletic specimen. His RAS score is like in the 6s or something, so he's not like a freak. But he's really good with his hands. So whenever they show a replay with him, watch his hands and watch what he does, how he sets up guys. He's like a technician at the outside pass rusher position. The problem is he doesn't always hold up well against the run. And he also is, I've noticed from watching college tape of him, he likes to do the Za'Darius, where if he makes a play, he makes a big stink about himself. Instead of celebrating with the team, it's all about him.
Well, as long as he keeps playing hard after that, that's okay. I mean, I'm okay with some of that. Speaking of Za'Darius, you made a comment. There was some post about how great Za'Darius and oh my gosh, look at how when Za'Darius and Danielle Hunter, they're just killing people. And what did you say? You made a comment on some posts. I think it was a Facebook post or something. And
I just said you always say
the truth.
Yeah. We're paid $11 million for him to be on the Vikings. That should tell you all you need to know. That's all. I also said we watched him for 2 years. He'll make one play and screw up on 40 plays. He doesn't know where he's oblivious to everything around him. All he wants to do is beat the guy in front of him. So he'll make a play because he'll beat the guy in front of him. Okay. But you'll run a screen pass right to his side. He won't know. They'll do a delayed handoff on third down. Go watch the NFC Championship game against 49ers, or the playoff game against 49ers, whatever it was. I don't know if it was the championship game, whatever it was. Watch that
Divisional,
play.
Yeah.
Division game. He has no idea what's going on. Neither does Preston, for that matter, to be honest. Neither of them knew what was going on because they're just worried about beating the guy in front of them. Now, Preston has gotten much better than that lately.
Whew. Will Lutz is trying to bang through a long kick here. He does. He nails it. It's kind of wild to have a kicker that can kick it pretty straight and far.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get there again one day.
I don't think so.
Well, come on. There's got to be a replacement for a Maison pretty soon. It's interesting. Like a bunch of these kickers now are, consistently hitting 50-plus yard field goals. Sometimes 50, close to 60 yarders. Sometimes over 60 yarders, and we wouldn't even attempt that because Mason just can't. He doesn't have the leg anymore. I don't know if he ever had that much leg, but he certainly doesn't have the leg anymore. You remember that 58-yarder he made in the playoffs against Dallas? That was not going to be made from much further away. That's for sure. It's about his limit.
Yeah.
But this is his last season. He'll probably retire, especially if the Packers can find a way to, win the Super Bowl. Which a bunch of people. How do you feel about that? You feel like this is a Super Bowl contending team? Anybody else think this is a Super Bowl contending team? If you're hanging around the chat still, I don't know if you are, but if you are, let us know your expectations for the Packers this year. I don't know. I know mine. I think I've already told people about it. But
what's that?
Come on, man. I'm not buying it anymore. I'm not buying it. It's what the Packers sell. It's the hope and the hype, and it always ends the same. So I'm going to expect to win a bunch of games, win the division, lose in the playoffs. That's it. That's all you can expect. Then why would you be? Then you can't be disappointed or as disappointed.
Here's the thing, man. This defense, we haven't seen it. on because they're not playing anybody. But based on everything you hear, they're killing it. They're killing it. If they can do that, it doesn't matter.
But they played great in the playoffs last year and still lost because we only scored 10 points.
Well, that's because we had the Devontae Adams. Everybody looked at Devontae Adams plays over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
The Devontae denominator that Mo said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Let me
questions.
ask.
The offensive line is scary, scary, scary. Receiver is scary, scary, scary. So you're like, okay, what's going to happen? You still have Rodgers. He's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still good.
Yeah.
He just need. I just honestly, I wonder what would happen if he would just run LaFleur's offense and not do the Aaron Rodgers stuff. But he had an interview with Barstool Sports like a week ago or so. I don't know if you saw this.
I did not.
Chicago Bear guy fan, and he said he doesn't like Matt LaFleur's offense. He's just Rodgers straight up said. Oh. He said it. He said he thinks it's dumb. And I'm like, what? And he said he liked the Mike McCarthy offense because it had the one-on-one matchups.
When you're one-on-one matchup, and
well, guess what? When you don't have players who can win their one-on-one matchups, which is what this team has right now, the Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy offense will not work. Also, last year in the playoffs, it did not work because Devontae couldn't win his one-on-one matchups, even against Josh Norman when he came in. And Rodgers purposely went over there to him, and Devontae couldn't get open on third down on that play. And it's going to happen again. But when you run easy plays where guys get open because the play call is good and the design is good and everybody knows what they're doing because it's a set play, you're more likely to be successful. But when you run an offense where you look at the defense and everybody's got to read Aaron Rodgers' mind and then try to run the play they to run, and then you got guys running into each other. When we had Lazard and Randall Cobb in the same spot, and one guy covered three guys on that one play in the playoffs against 49ers last year, which we talked about on the show. That's the kind of stuff that happens. But when you run a normal play action, the guys are wide open. We're seeing it right now in this game. What are we seeing? Play action plays, guys wide open, run around. You know, if they do let's watch this offensive series and we'll see.
This first play coming up is a play action, and that's exactly what happens. Play action, you get the fakes, you throw the ball to the guy that's open. Now we got a holding call, unfortunately, because the O-line has some issues.
Who's the holding?
Tell me. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But the thing is, I'm much more concerned about the offensive line than the wide receivers you were talking about before.
The holding's on DeGuara.
Okay, we got oh my God, Royce, you're so pathetic. Okay, Zach Tom's in there now at right tackle. Royce is playing right guard. Royce just fell down for
84. It was holding on. It was your guy.
Reason. Tyler Davis. Yeah, I think Tyler Davis might be on the outs. I was surprised.
Dude, the way he's been playing.
I know, but then they just got rid of Daphne, so I don't get it.
I know. I don't get it either. But if between the two of them, I trust Daphne way more than Davis.
The Packers are going to have to do a lot of quick game. A lot. Which means receivers are going to have to win fast and get open fast. Because these guys cannot block. Royce and, well, now we got Jake Hansen at center. Because I guess Myers played so well. No, he didn't. But it's time to give Hansen some reps at center. And these guys just don't sustain blocks. It's really frustrating. So we got a sack. Second and forever. After a holding call and a sack. Now Jordan Love's running for his life again. And, gets a couple of yards. So, yeah, you should be, as a Packers fan, Mom, I love you. I don't think the Super Bowl is in the cards if this offensive line isn't better. The defense could be awesome, and they will win a lot of games. But like we see in the playoffs, most teams, you can't count on turnovers. You can try to shut them down, but you also have to have at least a viable offense that's going to score 17, 20 points, or you're probably not going to win some games. Holy crap, Jordan Love's crazy. Okay, Uh, yep. Jordan Love's gotten a little rattled by some pressure on this particular series, and that was not a great decision. Oh, but we get a defensive flag, and so we might. Oh, we got a roughing the passer here, I think. So we get an automatic first down. Automatic first down. Packers getting the calls. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is dumb. Why would you do that, you moron? The ball's gone forever. It wasn't a vicious hit, but it was a dumb play. The ball was gone forever ago, and the guy decides to grab him and then, basically shove him to the ground. That's dumb. So, fresh set of downs via penalty here. Roughing the passer. Yash is still in there at left tackle, and I believe Runyon's still in there at left guard. They need their work. Oh, no, we got Cole Van Lanen playing left guard. Oh, okay. That's not something I've seen before. Must have been working on that. Yash is still out there at left tackle. Van Lanen left guard. Hansen is the center. Royce Newman right guard. And Zach Tom right tackle currently. So Packers are still working some combos on the offensive line and working guys to see what they can do to back up. Now, Van Lanen can prove to be a suitable guard or tackle backup. He increases his chances to be on the 53 for sure. Pretty good hole here on 2nd and 7, and they get a first down.
You're so far ahead of me, it sucks.
They did some double team blocking to get some movement there, which was good. But Tom's an interesting guy, right? Because we didn't know what to expect from him. Thought he was a little undersized. He seems to be adequately sized. And they talk about how smart he is. And, I don't think he's an overly physical blocker, but you don't need to be an overly physical blocker. You just have to be effective at getting interference and then getting movement when you need to. Is very good on this play. Wow. Nice work. Whole line kind of got some movement on a first down play, which is nice. So I don't know. I can't speak to the level of the second tier guys the Saints are playing right now, but the offensive line looks much better on this series. But they're also just running some base plays. That was just inside zone run. Go get them, move up the field, hand it off, make your cut. This Goodson character is a faster little guy. I don't think he's going to make the team or anything, especially if Kylan Hill can be back. They love Kylan Hill.
Well,
Jordan Love, nice.
That Rasputin has been asking me about.
Who's that? Kylan Hill?
No, Goodson.
Oh, Goodson. Okay.
He's also been asking about Jack Heflin, but I don't know if Heflin's gonna make it. I hope he does. But
Jordan Love with another nice throw, and yeah, Juwan Winfrey with another play. So, they're gonna run some plays. I'll keep you up to date. Anything crazy happens. But that was the other thing that came out of all this Rodgers calling guys out and Randall Cobb. We do it the way we do it here. If you can't figure it out, we'll just get some other guys in here to do it the Aaron Rodgers way. Yash struggling a little bit on this down. Dobbs looks bumbly and can't catch the ball, but it's fine. But Sammy Watkins, all of a sudden, who I thought was going to be cut, I thought he was out because he looked like he couldn't get any separation. He was slow. When we were at practice, he did absolutely nothing. He didn't look good in the first preseason game, like none of that stuff. Or maybe it wasn't even the first preseason game, but practices and everything else, all the other drills I saw, he just didn't look like he was doing much. And all of a sudden this week, now, oh my gosh, the chemistry is there with Rodgers. So does that mean Sammy Watkins is going to make this team? Because he's a guy that Aaron Rodgers feels he can trust. And a guy like Juwan Winfrey, who has a lot more talent and upside at this point of his life and his career, might be on the outs.
Probably based on the Gaffney release. They're going to keep old guys who are useless over young guys with potential, apparently. That's the plan. And it's all because of Aaron Rodgers.
Because that is not what Goody has done in the past. That's not the Goody way or the Ted Thompson way. Hmm.
You know what I really like about oh my gosh, Jordan Love's downfield throws here today. Now the last one was a little dump off the running back, but he got a first down, nice run after catch. But a lot of these guys downfield are not that wide open, and his passes are very accurate. And he's throwing to where the defenders are not. Like Rodgers would never make these throws. I'm telling you right now, a lot of these throws you're seeing Jordan Love make downfield, these 20-yard, 30-yard passes downfield, Rodgers would never throw these balls because he's too afraid to get picked.
They just running a quick screen to Romeo Dobbs.
And Dobbs needs to go.
He doesn't look very good with the ball. I mean, I get it that he can catch the ball well and get open and has been the most impressive, but run after the catch, he doesn't look like he's very good at running with the ball after he catches it. But this Goodson guy is making an impression tonight. He's shifty, but I don't know what is the status of Kylan Hill. Does anybody want to update me on that? Nice hard cut.
He's still on the PUP list, I guess.
He was riding somebody's bike the other day and he looks ripped. Oh my God, he looks like a little beefcake, man. Like he could tear somebody up. So I mean, if they can, I'm sure they will favor him as a third back over anybody who else they keep when he's eligible to come back. Okay, wow, it's a nice adjustment to the ball. Romeo Dobbs shows what he. Okay, when you said that Romeo Dobbs is the Davante Adams replacement, basically a younger, much cheaper Davante Adams, you're spot on. Because Romeo Dobbs adjusts to the ball, makes a catch, but really can't do anything after he catches it.
And he is good off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. This is a great play. It's a great play, but I would not count on him to do much with the ball after he catches it, just like Davante. So he is a possession receiver Davante replacement who's way cheaper, 100 times cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down. We'll take him.
But he's definitely not Jordy Nelson. Sorry.
Thank you, Jacob. Yep. He fills us in too and confirms that Kylan Hill is on the pup. Okay, thanks. I just saw him on somebody's bike and I was like, man, the dude looks ripped. Holy crap. He's a little monster. So Packers score a touchdown, another up 10-3, 8:04 left to go in the second quarter. Here of this preseason opener from Lambeau Field. Opener. The fans are charged up, excited. They did have some, the Packers did do their community outreach stuff, and they did tie in some groups for tonight's game, which is pretty cool. Had some groups with Special Olympics, I think, and some other people there honored at the event tonight. So it was good to see that stuff. I do appreciate that very much about the Packers and their community involvement. I've said a few times about how they helped out the nonprofit I worked at for a very long time. That was very cool. The Packers as an organization, they do a lot of very good things. Okay. And for a very long time, their star quarterback did a lot of generous and good things, but now that's not the case anymore. But there are still plenty of good guys on the team who involve themselves in the community. Aaron Jones is one of them, and there are many others, but lots of the players do a lot of good stuff behind the scenes that doesn't get enough attention. 100%.
Wow. Aaron Jones should have been man of the year last year.
Oh, of course. Ridiculous that he didn't win it.
But they had to give it to the old guy who's retiring for some reason. And he's in the Super Bowl. So let's give him a Super Bowl and the man of the year.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Kind of stuff.
Listen, man. I like the way the offensive line on that drive was changing the line of scrimmage. I mean, they were aggressive on running plays. Like, there was places to go. Like, even Royce Newman was downfield blocking and doing stuff on play. Now, I don't know if the Saints' second defensive line is really terrible.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Could be. Right, you said that. Could be. But they did exactly what we talked about a couple weeks back. Like, they changed where the line of scrimmage is by pushing everybody forward, which gives the running back more options to go. Like, he has a chance to choose where to go based on the fact that he's got more room to work with. When you watch the first team offensive line, too many times, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, especially even last year, would have nowhere to go because there's a guy in the backfield right away. Or because of the whole, everybody run to one side and whatever that you call it. What you know what it's called, whatever it's called. What's it called?
Yeah, just outside zone.
Outside zone. Outside zone
We
where
just flow. We just flow this
horizontal.
way.
Yeah, they move horizontally and they don't get to the spot they need to get to. And then there's no cutback lane
Yeah.
because everybody's in the hole. If a guy misses one block, you're screwed, and then there's less room to work with. But if you attack and come off the ball, who cares if you're attacking come off the ball? Everybody knows what to run. If you change where the line of scrimmage is, it gives the back more options and more space to work with, and he'll find the hole. And guess what? You're going to get positive yardage. But it's a very different scheme. Like when you want to do that wide zone where everybody flows, the potential of a huge run is there. Like if you find the crease, if you do get the blocks, there's less resistance. Once you get horizontal and then change vertically, you're good. You're in good shape. The difference is when you dominate and change the line of scrimmage, you have a better chance of sustaining drives, wearing down the defense, making the defensive line more tired, more they become frustrated because they can't make plays as much, right? And they're not getting plays in the backfield. They're not attacking. And then that leads to them being lazier and or more aggressive, which then leads to the play action pass. And they're going deep downfield, doing all kinds of different stuff.
Nice play by Chris Barnes here coming out of the gate. I will say the special teams coverage still does not look very good. They had a bumble on that kickoff, and then they still couldn't. You still got a decent return out of the thing. That's not what you want. But I think Chris Barnes is taking it personally here that they drafted a linebacker in the first round, and now he doesn't get to start anymore because he's making some plays. He's getting after it. And Chris Barnes is a solid player, man. I mean, he that was why he got to play and get on the field as a undrafted rookie. I mean, it wasn't partly because the Packers didn't have enough talent there or depth, but also because he was a solid player.
The best thing about Chris Barnes is he's super smart.
Yep.
The thing that everybody talked about during the COVID-19 offseason was the fact that he picked up the defense so fast. Even though they weren't doing any walkthroughs, they weren't getting together, it was all on Zoom. And they chose to go with Chris Barnes as their starting inside linebacker, calling the plays, a rookie, undrafted free agent, because he was so smart. He knew everything that was going on. So, yeah, maybe he doesn't have the physical tools like other guys have. Now, that you probably should have picked that off, but whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. The guy fell down, whatever. I know I'm way behind you. But that's why Chris Barnes is a very valuable player, no matter what they do. And I honestly think, like, he's like a Dominic Daphne. And if the Packers are stupid and they let him go, that'd be really, really dumb.
I mean, I think they're keeping him and McDuffie for sure. I think they'll keep the 4 inside backers. I don't think there's any question about that. And they won't go beyond. That's pretty clear. I don't think anybody else is making the team, but I think you got Barnes, and of course you got the starters, and then you got Barnes and OJ McDuffie's flashed enough, and he was on specials last year, and he's going to be a core special teams guy this year. So those inside backers are pretty set. The outside backer situation is kind of interesting. My guy tonight got the start and gotten a lot of playing time, and he hasn't flashed, but he's been solid. Enigbare's flashed more than him, but the big guy, 54, I hope he makes a team. He's a different body type. All those other guys are so small on the outside. Barnes, another play. Jeez, man. He's coverage on the running back and passes defended. I like it. Yeah, Chris Barnes making the team. He probably should be starting in front of Quay Walker at this point. Now, I know Walker's got way more upside, but based on their knowledge and play so far that we've seen, he probably should be in there with the ones. But I know you can't do that when you draft a guy in the first round necessarily. Were you excited to see what Chris Olave was going to do tonight, Ben?
Well, I heard a lot of good things about him again. The other thing, guess who else is tearing up camps? George Pickens.
Penning. Oh,
George
George Pickens. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Steelers. That's all I've been hearing all over the
Yeah.
place. George
Yeah.
Pickens killing it. Gee, who's the guy who said we should take George Pickens with 22 overall, or then I said maybe 28 overall? And then I said when they traded up, I'm like, ooh, George Pickens. Finally, they got a good receiver. No, they draft the guy who can't catch, who's super fast. Ugh, it drives me nuts. But also apparently, Kelvin Austin the third, who's a speed demon from Houston, I think, or something like that. He's on the Steelers too, and he looks awesome. A lot of guys have been saying your guy, that Wandale Robinson or whatever his name, has been killing with the Giants. So there's a ton of wide receivers who are looking really good
I can see that.
in the preseason, and then the guy we took is not even on the field, in Christian Watson. So we'll see if it's the right pick. Obviously, we don't know. We haven't seen him play or nothing yet, so who knows? And Garrett Wilson, guess what? He's had a slow start. Who said that was going to happen? I don't know. This guy.
Well, Darius Hamilton, I don't know why I was blanking on his name before. He's the guy I was interested to see. He did get the start tonight. Like I said, looks solid. Didn't make any splash plays, but he's out there again right now. So he's still getting more playing time. He's just much more physical. He's not as good, of course, but he's more comparable to Gary than these other backup guys that are like 230 pounds. Just a bigger, thicker guy who can stand up against the run a lot better. What do you? I didn't hear any dust ups from this Penning character in Green Bay with the joint practices because he was causing problems before they got there against his own teammates, I guess, right? Got thrown out of practice a couple times.
No, the biggest dust up was between Jarvis Landry and Eric Stokes. Apparently, he was calling him like son and boy and all this other stuff, and Stokes was getting pissed. And he's like, "I'm a man. Stop giving me crap or stop treating me like a baby or whatever." I don't know what it was all about, but he was getting mad. And then somehow Jarvis Landry got kicked out of practice because of it by his coach. So
I heard Rasul was talking a lot of trash.
Yeah, he was, I guess. Which is fine by me, as long as he backs up. I bought his jersey, so the minute he doesn't back it up, whoa, a fumble?
We got a fumble bumble here and a scoop up, a big return by a guy whose hair is so damn long you can't tell what his name is.
No, but he's the guy who gets a lot of picks in practice. He got a pick the day we were there, remember?
He's got to cut his hair so people could see his name.
Well, they say his name, and I can't never remember what it is.
I know, but he should cut his hair so it's easier for everyone to know who he is. Because otherwise, people don't just know who he is. Don't be like Aaron Rodgers. Cut your hair.
Davis? I don't know. There's an S at the end. I can tell that. It's really bad. We should know what it is. All right, I got to consult something. I'll be right back.
It is number 30. Sean Davis keeps making plays. 5'11", 202. He's a first year. He's got 1 year of experience out of Florida. Okay. 24 years old. Another Davis right near him, who I hope shows up in the game tonight, Danny Davis, undrafted rookie out of Wisconsin. I'd love it if he made the team. But that's where, when I said before with this whole thing, development. Oh, look at that. We're joined by Preston Smith tonight. Preston, I know you're not playing in the game, but how does it feel to be in Lambeau Field again with fans?
It's exciting. We got nice. We got Ladarius Hamilton. We got Sean. What's his name? Sean Davis. Is that his name?
Yes, I'm glad you know your teammates, Preston. Keep on going.
Sean Davis making plays. He's gonna have to start for us because Savage is still hurt, and he's got to make a play. So that sounds good to me. Chris Barnes is out there. I wonder if maybe we shouldn't have signed back Campbell, but we did. Maybe we could have used that number 22 pick on George Pickens. I don't know, but we didn't. So now we have no receivers and a bunch of good inside linebackers, apparently. Yay,
but I know, Preston, you want to load up on the defense, so I'm glad you're happy. You got all these defensive guys. I know the Packers committed to you. Kept So you signed at the same time as Zadarius Smith, and they chose to keep you around and chose to pay Zadarius Smith $11 million to leave. How does that make you feel as the one Smith of the formerly known as Smith brothers that's still around?
Well, I think it sucks because I would take $11 million to leave, but I wanted to stay. So why don't they give me $11 million more to stay? I know I signed a big contract because the picture is up of me signing the contract, so I'm excited about that. But let's face it, Zadarius took every time. We know how it was. The Hafeman bros are so smart. They showed a bunch of plays where I worked hard, Gary worked hard, Kenny Clark sort of did something, and then Zadarius did nothing. But then the quarterback ran up in the pocket, and then he got the sack, and then he made the big play, and then we're like, wait a minute, he didn't even do anything. We're the guys working hard, and he's getting all the sacks. So one thing I'm excited about is this week, our coach Joe Barry said that everybody on this team plays for not for individual, but for the team. And I think that starts with me. I am kind of the leader of the team. The other thing is there's nobody on our team that's over 30. So I'm like the oldest guy on the team almost. Me, Dean Lowry, Amos, like we're the oldest guys. And Campbell, we got to lead it. And we're all unselfish guys, team guys. And we're just setting a great example for all the younger guys. And that's something I think that we've gained with the loss of Zadarius, because Zadarius was a me guy. Yeah, he's my Smith brother, but he's kind of like Ben. He wants all the attention, even though everybody needs to be part of it. But he takes all the attention. So it's a lot like Ben does to you, Jason. So that's all I got to say about that. I think we'll be a better defense again this year, even without Zadarius, because we got Rasul back, and he's gonna be playing the nickel and that dime spot, or that the star spot, and he's gonna be around the ball more, making more plays, and it's gonna be something special. I'm gonna get Ben back. See you, bye.
Thanks, Preston. We appreciate your time. Preston Smith joining us here live on Hafeman Bros, exclusively on Hafeman Bros during the Packer game. I mean, I think he's on the sideline, but I appreciate him popping in here quick for us. Now, what's interesting about all that is that last series, Jordan Love did not throw very well. It was kind of disappointing. But what is clear is he does like throwing to Juwan Winfrey, and he does trust Juwan Winfrey. So he keeps going to him. The other thing with another made field goal, I don't know where we got Ramirez, what's his name? Remy something or other from, but he looks pretty good, and he kicks the ball kind of straight. I kind of like him. Sorry, Mom.
It's different looking than Mason. So there was pressure right up the middle on that field goal, which is kind of scary. The snapper got his butt kicked. He was laying on his butt. So
I still got some work to do on special teams.
They got a lot of work to do. But the other thing is, well, I think there's a lot of guys starting. Big Sacky also had an interview this week, and they asked him about, I can't remember what reporter it was, but they were asking him about getting more starters on the special teams, because that's going to solve everything, according to all the reports, right?
Because it's been even longer since those guys played special teams. But okay.
Well, and that's what Big Sacky was like. It don't matter. No, it doesn't matter if you're starting. He's like, well, why would I want a guy who just played, maybe 7 snaps of defense to, be on the punt return team? Why would I want a guy who just gave up a touchdown, who's super mad because he was on the field for forever, to be part of the kick return team? No, that's dumb. We're not going to do that. Or an offensive guy who just scored a touchdown. Why would I want him to be the guy who's on kickoffs running down trying to tackle somebody? No, we're not going to have all starters, because sometimes it's better to not have a starter. He's like, I'm going to take the best guys and for each situation and find out who's the best for each situation. And that's the way it's going to be. He's like, right now, yeah, we have Amos in there. And then his guy from the Raiders who got hurt in the preseason game last week, That's the spot Amos is taking right now. But Amos isn't dressed today. And he talked about Rasul Douglas and how important is the special teams. Well, Douglas isn't suited up today to play with special teams. So don't be too upset about this game, the special teams, because there are starters that are going to play special teams and play a lot of special teams, and they're not suited up to play today. So it's not like a big, hairy deal what's happening today. But what you want to see, though, is not that big return that happened, obviously. And I think it's clear as day that Ty Summers he's
He's
lost.
out.
He doesn't even look fast anymore. It looks like he doesn't even know what he's doing out there anymore. It's really sad because we were Ty Summers guys 2 years ago.
Yep.
And
He's not.
He's just, I don't know what's going on with the guy. I just don't even know who that is anymore. I mean, he looks like me out there. He looks
He's tentative. Yeah, tentative, indecisive. If your game is built on speed and you're not playing fast, I don't know what good you are, and you're not good. So that's why he's terrible at this point, and going to be cut. Patrick Taylor though makes a nice tackle in the kick return. I mean, he threw his shoulder at the guy and luckily upended him, but it's not a form tackle. Patrick Taylor's a running back, not a defensive guy, so we don't expect him to know how to tackle that great.
On that last kickoff, Ty Summers got blocked by 87, who I'm guessing is a tight end. He got blocked 7 yards back from where he started, where the initial contact was, even though he had a head of steam running straight down the field. So not only did he not get off the block, not avoid the blocker, he got blocked and pushed back 7 yards. You can't do that on special teams.
Lee was with us. So Lee's in the chat. Lee was with us on Ty Summers a couple years ago. Lee, what do you think has happened to him? I mean, I just don't know. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. I really thought he was going to turn into something. But Lee, what do you think? Tell us what you think happened to Ty Summers. It's disappointing, though. I like to see guys like that succeed, and he's going to be cut. Right now, he's just on the roster to help fill out these games and play special teams and suit up and play defense in the second half when it doesn't matter. Stuff like that. That's the only reason he's on the team. I wonder if he'll even make the next round of cuts or not. He might not.
I don't know why they would keep him. I don't know how he made it this far.
Well, the only reason is that because he'll take up. They're not going to suit all these guys up. Well, you got to have some guys to play the games. So let's have him.
They have enough guys that are playing right now. I mean, even Quay Walker started the game.
Yeah.
Like Ty Summers he didn't even play any defensive snaps, did he, last week? Maybe he did. I don't know.
I think second half, late in the game, yeah, he did. And he'll be in the second half of this game, but it doesn't matter. It's inside backer is done. Outside backer, I'm intrigued. I want to see if Ladarius Hamilton can make it. I want to see. I know last year, they had certain guys on the team. They already cut Randy Ramsey. He's out, so he's not making the team this year. You got a couple other guys that sort of are in the mix, but they're very different body type. They're like 230, 235. They're very small. So I think Inigbare and Hamilton, I'd be okay with those as your backups to Gary, and you rotate those guys in for some snaps now and again.
Well, I think just based on what the Packers do and based on what they've transformed the defense into over the last 2 years, they've gone more to speed at inside linebacker, right? So you don't need your outside linebackers to drop into coverage that much anymore. You don't need them to, cover the flat or do anything like not that they did that much of it anyways, but hopefully Preston won't be going back and doing a zone where he just stands there and does nothing, right? And the fact that Kingsley Inigbare and Ladarius Hamilton are basically the same size as Preston and Gary, they'll hold up better against offensive linemen and give Quay Walker and Campbell, who are going to come off the field very much, I'm guessing, and Rasul Douglas for that matter, more room to work with. And those guys have enough speed and just like common sense, or not common sense, but like field sense, awareness to get to the spot. And then those, Inibari and Hamilton come in and just kind of keep the defense going. Like, that last play. Oh my god.
Yeah, Barnes got his butt kicked, and then nobody was out there, and Wyatt flew in there and took the bait. So,
Well, what?
Screens are hard for guys to figure out.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just saw 55 and he pulled the Za'Darius. I mean,
okay.
Your guy let you. Why do you think you got such fast? As I was watching the play, I was like, "Holy cow, he's getting some fast pressure there." And then well, it's because
that's if Rick comes back, he would say that's what Chad used to do, just fly in there. That's why the most disruptive thing to a screen pass is when a defensive lineman reads it, or multiple defensive linemen read the screen pass. Don't take the bait and run after the quarterback. Read the screen pass, flow over, cause traffic. Those offensive linemen don't know what to do. The running back doesn't know what to do. And a lot of times, if you're right close to the running back, the quarterback doesn't know what to do. The easiest way to stop a screen pass is to have at least the guy that the screen is being run to his side pick up on it and try to cover the running back. And if you got both guys on that side pick up on it and not take the bait and not fly upfield, then you blow up that play. It's amazing. It's amazing to do it, and that's the best way to do it. All right, Lee's got some thoughts on Ty Summers. He says, "Oh no, he doesn't." He said, "Summers, I have no idea. He's an afterthought at this point. I think he's been coached to be reactive and not proactive. Being conservative takes his speed out of the game." Yeah, he just. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain what happened to the guy. It's just so weird. Maybe it's a confidence thing. Maybe because Barnes came in and kind of knew stuff and he started doubting himself and then playing slower or the defensive switch and he didn't feel like he didn't pick up the defense as well. I don't know, but the guy looked like he could have been something and now he's just nothing. He's going to be on the next cut list. So it's unfortunate because he has some abilities, but he's not playing to those abilities right now.
Well, more importantly, Vernon Scott's hurt. So now we have another safety down.
Oof.
Safety's out.
Ouchies.
We're lucky that Davis guy's making plays because he's going to have to play. He's probably going to be our third safety, I would guess. Especially if Vernon Scott's out here. Because I don't think Savage's injury is something that they're worried about him not being back for week 1. I think he'll be back for week 1. I bet you Vernon Scott's got some kind of muscle tear or something in his arm.
I know McDuffie's making a lot of tackles technically, but most of them are way downfield. Like he doesn't look like to be a very polished linebacker at this point. But he's making the team. He's a draft pick from last year. He made the team last year. He'll be on the team.
Man, they really focus on Vernon Scott. Jeez.
Yeah, it looks kind of bad. He's like leaning. He looks like he's in quite a bit of pain, so it could be one that's out, puts him out for a while, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Chris Barnes, good coverage again, but this time it's a completion at first down, but still they're running a lot of man coverage here on this series of downs. A lot of man coverage between the linebackers covering the backs and guys on the outside just covering one-on-one. And they're leaving holes up the middle, although this one's covered up pretty good. Good pursuit by Kingsley. Showed a lot more pursuit than the old guy that wore 55.
Well, that's the thing Andy Herman was talking about this week, too. He said that Kingsley and Ibarre is really, like the last couple of weeks, has just taken huge steps. He's making plays in practice, and he's kind of all over the place in the pass rush. And he also is really good at chasing down running backs from the backside. His biggest issue, he thinks, is can he hold up when the run's coming at him? And that's something that he hasn't seen. So that's something you want to look for. If you're a Kingsley and Ibarre fan, 55, new 55, That's the kind of thing you want to look for. Can the guy hold up against the run when it's coming at him? Um, but he is relentless. That was the thing about his tape in college too. He doesn't give up.
He's also not backing down from Penning. Right now, he's going head to head. It's under a minute to go, so the Saints are mostly passing, kind of a 2-minute offense. He's going head to head against Penning all the time, and he's getting doubled sometimes. And Penning, I think we got a pick here. Yeah, nice. Taysom Hill fell down, but we got a good close and some hands by another defensive back. So the youthful fans are excited. We got defensive backs with some good hands, and then we got receivers that got the dropsies. It's a nice play.
You're way
I
ahead
don't
of me.
know.
It is.
I don't know if he's in or not. Did he get his knee down? Let's check the replay here. He did get his knee down. Oh, but did he have the possession of the ball at that point? I don't think he did. Maybe. He lost possession. I don't know. That's a close one. If his regular season is probably overturned, I don't know if they'll keep this one on or not. Lee says about safeties, he wants to see Ennis Gaines get some snaps this preseason. Injuries held him back at TCU. Gaines is a smaller guy, right? If I'm not mistaken. He's not, he's a pretty small safety. I'm going to look it up, but I don't think he's very big. Savage is small too, but safety's got to tackle as well as cover some ground.
Also, that's Abernathy, 46. That's the guy they just picked up last week or a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. I think that's a catch, dude.
Maybe he kind of loses it as he hits the ground though, or goes to the ground. So I don't know if they'll keep it on or not. We'll have to see. Out the door and new guys in. Travis Fulcrum already has 86 as his number. Jeez, man.
Wow.
Well, in this game, 6'1", 202. He's not as small as I thought. I thought he was like a $180. I thought he was one of those small guys. So it could be. We'll see. Isn't Vernon Scott from TCU too? Isn't that right?
I think so.
Yeah. So okay. So we just draft TCU safeties and hope one of them works out. Got it. Check on that. So that's a guy like Jonathan Garvin. I know he was a 7th round pick. I haven't seen a lot from the guy. I'd rather see Hamilton, and I don't know. I'd rather see those other backers on the team. I could do without Jonathan Garvin. I don't love him.
I would just say that, like I said earlier, based on the guys who start, why would you put guys in there who are lighter? Whenever they played last year, and they would take those either one of the Gary or Preston out, and they put like Tipa Naliai or whoever, Garvin or whoever it was that was out there, they just get ran at and they couldn't stop it. So what's the point of, this guy being out there if he can't hold up for what you want? And they don't play 3 down linemen very much. It's usually 2. So you're telling me you're going to have 2 down linemen and then 2 skinny guys on the outside? You're going to get creamed. These big 300-pound offensive linemen are going to run right over you.
Jesus.
You're going to see it and do that.
All right, Packers got the ball at 54 seconds here, so they're going to try to throw it. Jordan Love trying to bounce back from his previous, and Royce gets just destroyed. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Royce. He's going to – I don't know why they're so set on him being in the starting lineup somewhere because I don't see much from the guy.
Oh, heads up too. Guess who the guy who was talking to Abernathy on the sidelines just before? Rasul Douglas.
Jordan Love, I think makes completion, and we got a tie up and fumble by Tyler Davis. I don't know if it's fully a catch. We'll see, but he puts the ball on the ground on just a quick turnaround. No, that's a catch. Yeah, fumbled it right away on the first hit. Tyler Davis is getting cut. Oh, man.
He should have been cut already.
He is screwing up a lot this preseason. Damn. They liked him. So let's talk about him real quick. They liked him a lot because he followed the same path as Tunyon. He was a quarterback, Okay, so he understands the game from a quarterback's perspective. Then he became a wide receiver and then got a little bigger and turned into a tight end. So that's what they talked about, his blocking not being as good. But he had these other things in his toolbox. But right now, I mean, I don't know how much they weigh games versus practice, and we obviously haven't seen all the stuff in practice, but he looked way better last year. This preseason, he keeps making mistakes and big ones. So he might be on the outs, man. That's surprising to me too. I thought he was going to be an important guy this year. And
I just listen. A lot of people have been hyping this guy up, and I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. It's just the Packers need to realize what they have and what they're going for here. You know what I'm saying? Dominic Daphne is a solid, good player who's proven to be a good player for this team, and they chose this guy over him. They chose, and I think DeGuara is doing pretty good as far as a receiver, and he's got issues at blocking, but he's doing pretty good as his receiver downfield and run after the catch, all that kind of stuff. But it's a mistake. Letting Daphne go and keeping Davis was a mistake. I'm sorry. And even Tunyon, who we love because he's got great hands, not the greatest blocker in the world. And you're telling me this guy who was a quarterback, now you expect him to block and catch the ball when he never did that before until recently? I don't know. It's kind of the same thing with Ty Summers. He was a quarterback too before he moved to linebacker in college, right? And he just doesn't have the aggressive mentality of defensive player. So it's just concerning to me that they keep taking these shots on guys and letting solid, good players who've proven themselves go. And it bothers me.
at this point, would you rather keep Big Dog or Davis?
Well, based on the way he's been playing, I'll keep Big Dog. Big Dog catches the ball when it's thrown to him. He doesn't do anything else after that, but he'll catch it. And he's big enough that he gets in the way sometimes. Davis is not showing me anything to keep him on this team.
Saints get a touchdown here. Rico Gafford. No, I'm sorry. They had get. Oh, come on. Why is that? Can't be the assignment. Must have been a blown coverage of some sort. But Chris Olave with Gallier on him and man covered. It doesn't make sense. Lee says the Packers need to invest in tight end. They haven't. I mean, Tunyon's undrafted free agent, right? Sadie's old free agent signing. Like the dude's super old, and then we get him at tail end of his career. DeGuara, yes, a third round. We did put a third round Jay Sternberger. So they've tried. They've taken some shots in the last handful of years, Lee, but never like the big shot. Never, a first round guy since Bubba Franks. And look how much, the kid from Florida tore it up for Atlanta last year. I mean, he had a dynamic season.
On that touchdown, the outside corner was playing man. And then Tipa Nalii was playing like a cover the flat zone.
I know, it didn't make any sense.
So I don't know what that was. I think the corner screwed up. I think the corner was supposed to be playing zone, and he played man on that play. Because why? Because the deep safety was playing deep safety to help out. I think that's supposed to be man or a zone, and the corner goes with the outside receiver and leaves him wide open. Because look how everybody's backing up. It's a zone. It's totally a zone, and the corner takes off with that guy, and that's why Olave's wide open.
It's 13-10 now. Saints pull within 12 seconds left in the half. They get that late touchdown. It's interesting. Those now a couple times tonight, the previous series and also this series, Devontae Wyatt is looking. He's not having a great night. So I don't know what he's been looking like in practice, but he's not having a great night.
Well, he's a guy I was high on too. I don't know.
I know.
The other thing I've heard is that he gets tired quick, which I thought was odd because I thought he was the one out of the two Georgia defensive tackles. He was supposed to be the in shape one. You know, the guy that went to the Eagles was the big monster, fat guy who played like 2 plays and came out of the game right away. Not not Wyatt. Wyatt was supposed to be the Aaron Donald type guy, the quick twitch, get in the backfield, mess up the play guy. And here he's got like, he's. I can remember watching Family Night, and he kept having his hands on his hips between plays. After being out there for like 2 plays, he's got his hands on his hips, like breathing heavy. So I don't know what's going on. It's kind of discerning. It's sad. I don't know what's going on with that because when you watch and hear things about these other players like George Pickens, like Chris Olave, other teams like George Karlaftis. People were talking about the Chiefs draft. They drafted like 3 guys I wanted that were all the Packers could have had at any one of those spots. There's a guy from Lafayette, UW Lafayette, somewhere. I can't remember what it was. Joshua Williams, who was a corner. He was like 6'3", ran a 4.2, super fast. It was a wide receiver. They switched him to corner in college. And he was a guy I was looking to. He was a guy, when I did my mock drafts, I drafted every time. And guess who got him? The Chiefs. Sky Moore, the Chiefs got. George Karlaftis, the Chiefs got. Like, the Chiefs killed it. So did the Steelers with their wide receivers. And who did we get? Romeo Doubs, who's Devontae Adams 2.0, and Christian Watson, who's MVS 2.0. Is that really that great? I'd rather take George Pickens or Alec Pierce, or what I mean? Like, these are things we talked about on draft night. And the Clay Walker pick, a lot of people are, thinking that's a good move. Maybe it will be. I hope it will be. We have yet to see whether that's going to work or not. But the Devontae Wyatt pick, apparently, I thought he would be a prime-time defensive lineman player, and he can't even beat out Jack Heflin or
Dean Lowry.
Slayton. Well, I didn't know if he beat out Lowry, but I thought he would at least beat out Slayton or especially Jack Heflin, undrafted free agent, for playing time, but he's not. And luckily for us, Reed is looking great, the free agent signing, and Lowry, we know what he can do. He's a solid guy. And then Kenny Clark is good. He's just not going to do anything after he beats the guy. So you got to, stick him in the middle and hope that he does something there. But it's sad because I'm sick of them taking first-round picks and then they don't do anything. I mean, even Rashawn Gary, it took him 3 years before he finally did something.
I know.
How is that useful? And then you watch other teams, they take a first-round pick, and they he's the starting, like this guy, Penning. He's the starting left tackle for the Saints. He was up their pick. Chris Olave, first-round pick. He's playing. He's starting. What do the Packers do? Rashawn Gary sat for freaking 2 years before he finally played. Savage played right away, but that's because he had to. They had nobody else.
Right. Out of necessity.
It wasn't really great.
Nope.
And then, Jordan Love, obviously not great to pick him. And then last year, who did they pick? I can't even remember anymore. Oh, my God, that's really sad. Oh, Stokes, who had to play right away because they had Kevin King, and he sucked. And he looked good. So it's like every other year we get a guy. I don't know. But they keep drafting guys at positions that are not needed, and then they don't, like Wyatt is not going to play because he's got 3 guys in front of him who are veterans. I don't know.
I know. We've talked about it. It's perplexing, and I understand the whole. I get it. All the people say you can't draft for need, and drafting for need causes reach and blah blah blah. And you got to follow your board and what you have the grades on the guy and all this business. But you also have. I mean, football has 11 players on offense, 11 players on defense. There's specific positions. You can only have so many guys at certain positions that are going to play. And you want your high draft picks to be impactful. They need to be your next, starters and guys that take over significant playing time and have an impact on the game. And if they're not on the field, they can't have an impact on the game. So it is very frustrating. And then we watch all these other teams that are not bottom feeder teams. They're not rebuild teams. They're teams like the Saints. They're teams like, I don't know, middle of the pack teams, or in some cases, maybe they're very good teams or playoff teams who then have, draft picks that come on the scene, improve their team, and all of a sudden they go from middle of the pack teams to playoff teams. So it is very frustrating as a Packers fan when you don't see draft picks make an impact.
Let's think about it. Who's a guy who we've watched make a bunch of plays today on defense?
Chris Barnes.
And who have we watched suck on offense? The whole offensive line. So what did we do? We drafted a first-round pick. We spent a first-round pick on an inside linebacker when we have a guy who we know is good. Like, do we need him? Did we need an inside linebacker? No. But he's going to play right away. And now we have a guy who's really good who's going to sit on the bench and not play, even though he's good. And he's solid. And he's proven that he can play for the last 2 years. And he proven that he was on a good defense last year when Campbell was there. But now, here we got a good player who's not going to play because they spent a first-round pick on him. And then what's the problem with the offensive line? They drafted 3 guys. None of them are starting, even though our 2 top guys have been hurt the whole time. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that bothers me. I'm not saying you got to reach for an offensive lineman, but if you're willing to trade 2 picks to go get a wide receiver at the top of the second round, why the hell can't you trade a couple picks to get an offensive lineman at the top of the first round? When you know it's a weakness. Even if Elton Jenkins and Bakhtiari are both there, it's still a weakness. Royce Newman isn't good, period. And the 3 guys they drafted, apparently only Zach Tom in the 4th round is the only one who's smart enough to play, because apparently Sean Ryan screws up all the time, even though he's a big monster. And Walker sucks. So that was great. Way to go. Way to get guys who you need to count on them, but they can't. You can't count on them. And then you got a guy like Chris Barnes who you could count on, but he's not even going to see the field. And that's the kind of stuff that's dumb. And that's the kind of stuff that Goody needs to cut out. Like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Same thing. When you sign Reed as a free agent, okay, and I loved Devontae Wyatt. I loved him in the draft. I wanted him. He's scaring me, like we talked about earlier. But that's another one. Is he going to play? Is he going to see the field, even though we wasted a first-round pick on him? No. But we could have traded up and gotten Chris Olave. Or we could have just taken George Pickens at wide receiver. But now, what are we doing? We're worried about all these guys who aren't doing the right things, right? We're worried about guys dropping balls. George Pickens doesn't drop balls. George Pickens blocks like a madman on running plays. In the first Steelers game, he blocked the guy in a corner into the next week on a running play. It was awesome. He beat the snot out of him and just killed him. I like that. You think Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon like that? I think they'd like that. So that's just the stuff that as Packer fans, and Goody just got a contract extension, right? Okay. And some of these guys he's drafted are good players or turn into good players. But it's like, why in the world, like, when you know you have needs, are we taking guys when we have solid guys in the spot that aren't going to see the field because of it? And then we have weaknesses that are evident from watching games and watching the practices, offensive line and wide receiver, which are not fixed. And then you wonder why we don't win in the playoffs. Because you know what? These other teams, they address the weaknesses, whether it's free agency or whether it's draft. They address the weakness. What is the Saints' big weakness? Wide receiver. Because Michael Thomas was hurt all the time. They let a guy go. They had nobody left. They drafted Chris Olave. Matter of fact, they traded to get Chris Olave. They traded to get an extra pick with the Eagles. So, I don't know. It's scary because it's dumb. And you're like, what are we doing? Why do we keep taking these guys and they don't see the field? When we're paying them first-round picks, like Christian Watson, is he going to see the field this year? Aaron Rodgers isn't going to want to see him out there.
Nope.
Thinks Lazard, Cobb, and
Sammy Watkins.
Watkins should be out there before anybody else. And Christian Watson hasn't even practiced with them. So you know he ain't gonna play.
And they got all these packages with Dillon and Jones on the field. So how many wide receivers are you going to have on the field at one time? So when is Watson going to get out there? And you traded up. You traded everything you traded just to go get him.
Two
It's
second-round picks to get him.
They get so enamored with whatever they see the upside or talent that they think they can coach these guys into being a superstar, and in that process you leave gaping holes in your team. I mean, look, the O-line, Bakhtiari was a huge question mark. Jenkins, a question mark. Now he's back in the practice field, he's off the pup, great. But still, Myers is a young center who struggles blocking guys in space. Runyon's a 6th round pick. Royce is a late pick, 4th or 5th round, whatever the hell he was. And the guys so we went through the draft. I told you there were guys I liked at offensive line. The Packers missed out on those guys early in the first 2 rounds, right? Because most of the good guys by the 3rd round were gone. So then they went with Sean Ryan. And then later on, they got Zach Tom because he was from Wake Forest and a lesser known school, and he was maybe a little more talented, but people weren't as high on him. Now, Dylan Parham, I think that guy's going to be a monster. I love that guy. Go up and get that guy. That could be a 10-year starter at right guard. Plug him in there. Go block him, buddy. Instead, we got Royce, who gets bowled over by power guys and can't stick with speed guys. But you're committed to having him on the field. You know the other answer, but you chose to let him go. So whatever. It's like the offensive line is going to be the biggest reason this team doesn't succeed if it can't come together. So we'll have to wait and see. Aaron Rodgers, that's why I said early tonight, I'm like, Packers are going to have to do a lot of quick game this year. Lots of quick game. Get that ball out because these guys aren't holding them back very long.
It's weird that Christian Watson is dressed for this game, but he's not playing, obviously. Because Robert Tonyan's not dressed for the game, but Christian Watson got dressed for the game. That's kind of weird. Isn't that kind of weird? Like, why did you just maybe just give him the feel of dressing up for a game, I guess? Even though you know he's not going to play. I don't know. I don't want to complain about stuff all night. It's just
Jack Heflin looks pretty big. He looks like he's getting some more action. So yeah. I like the way he's playing. I like what I look. I feel the comments Rodgers made about the wide receivers this week concern me because it seems like he feels like basically he's deciding who he's going to play with.
Yeah.
And that's
who
not
he's
his job.
Throw the ball to.
Right.
Who he's going to look to in crunch time. Mm-hmm. Even if the other guys
are open.
Get open.
Yeah.
He's not going to even look at him. He's not. Because he's already told you who he's going to look at. And now he's told the defense of the other team who he's going to look at. So that doesn't help the Packers at all. Sorry to interrupt you, but it's just
no. You're right, but it's concerning because like I said, I don't know. Maybe Sammy Watkins was doing some back shoulder adjustments and making the mind reading adjustments that Aaron Rodgers likes and all that sort of stuff. But it seemed like his complaints. Okay, guys dropping the ball, fine, but also guys didn't make the right adjustments. Guys didn't make this and that. Like, can you take a little of your kinder, gentler mindset to yourself and apply that to some of these guys who are first year on this team, rookies, whatever, who are going through this camp trying to learn an offense and then also have to learn all your adjustments? Can't we just simplify things? Can't we just run an offense and play football and make it a little easier on your teammates, the team as a whole? And we've talked about this on our show before. Rodgers likes to do things his way. He thinks it gives him an advantage. In some cases, it does. But you also are part of a team. You cannot expect 10 other guys to adapt just to you, even though you're star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. You should be smart enough and aware enough to see what the team needs, and you adapt. It's way easier for you to adapt to what the team, how it works best with the team, than it is for 10 other guys to adapt to you. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
I know.
The other thing was Randall Cobb's comments. those scared me more.
I know.
Because
I didn't
even
like it.
said Aaron just wants you to be able. He wants guys that can see the field the way he sees the field. That's too hard. Everybody I've ever heard talk about the Packers offense that the Packers ran with Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers was that it's just so difficult. It's just a difficult. It's not easy for the quarterback. That's what they keep saying. But that's what Aaron Rodgers likes, apparently.
He likes high degree of difficulty throws
And
because it's
that's great.
impressive.
Well,
Impresses
that and
him.
that he thinks he can read the defense and blah 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 and all this kind of stuff, and that's great for an 18-year veteran, sure. But when you're playing with young receivers who don't have that skill, who aren't quarterbacks, and haven't studied things for 18 years, they're not exactly going to see it the same as you, or know exactly what's going on the same as you. It's just, I just, if I was Matt LaFleur, I would want so much to be able to run my offense. I would want so much to be able to just be like, wow, this is how I want to play. This is how the game I want to call. And we'll never hear, what happened in the playoff game last year, whether Rodgers changed all the plays or what was going on. But when watching back the film, we saw what happened. I showed a couple things that he's just not. Hey, is that guy from Chicago? Oh, that's interesting. He used to be with Chicago. Anyways, it's something we talk about forever. And I don't know what else to say about it. And we're going to have to just deal with it. And hopefully this defense is good enough that the offense will, figure it out.
Well, Darius Hamilton's out there to start the second half. Haflin's out there still. But Hamilton's not, I don't know what he's doing. He's not playing well. He's not playing the run well right now. It's disappointing. The first 2 reps, he gets pushed back and makes a tackle, but he's back 4 yards. And the second one, they run a trap block back at him. They let him go. And he closes down the line well, which is smart, but he should come up field a little more and then close down the line, and he'd be in better position to defend against that kickout block, but he got blocked pretty hard there too. Yeah, finally we get a good play by somebody, beat somebody. The other Slayton, not the TJ Slayton, but number 60. Makes a nice play. He's not going to make the team, but still nice to see him make a play here. Center just kind of let him go, and the guard couldn't get him. Would have been a tough reach block for that guard. Interesting. Okay, let me ask you this one question. Let me finish up on this Rodgers business and that we don't like. Russell Wilson went to the Broncos.
Yeah.
Right? Broncos got a talented team. They got a good defense. They got talented running back. They got an offensive line that's physical. Now they're adapting, and holy crap, this is a really deep punt. Amari Rodgers trying to track it down. Hopefully he didn't touch it. He didn't. It went in the end zone, so it's a touchback. But he didn't have a great job adjusting, tracking that ball that time. That's a little bit of a concern. But do you think? See, Russell Wilson, to me, I think has an opportunity to be more successful with the Broncos than Aaron Rodgers would have, because Russell Wilson, if he thinks what's best for the team is running the ball, he'll run the ball. Come on, man. You don't think so? Russell Wilson is more about his stats and touchdowns and all that stuff now? He is?
He is.
He didn't
Rodgers,
used to be.
He's Aaron Rodgers 2.0.
Okay.
Or 0.9. He's Aaron Rodgers 0.9. Or 0.7 because he's so much shorter. Whatever.
You think if they get to the
hot, like where they show like the field goal shots from where guys shoot from, right?
Yeah.
Chris Sims showed a stat or a graphic that had where Russell Wilson throws the ball on plays, and it was all hot to the outsides, super deep, behind line of scrimmage, nothing in the middle of the field. What does that tell you? He's just like Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He doesn't want to throw picks, doesn't want to take chances. And even more than Rodgers, Russell Wilson is worried about the rush more than anybody. Because he can't see over the top of his offensive line. So he's constantly looking for guys coming from out of nowhere. And that's why he runs around so much and does crazy stuff. So I don't know.
I just
The
think
running.
I think it'll be interesting to see how he plays with Denver. Will he be? I mean, because we know what Tom Brady will do. Tom Brady's got this big crazy legacy, but there's been a bunch of times where he'll just hand the ball off a bunch of times. He didn't care. He doesn't care if he
As
gets
long
all
as
the
he
touchdown.
wins.
Yeah. And now I don't know what's going on with him. He's been MIA from their camp for a while, and all this kind of there's conflicting information here about it was a known absence and now a surprise absence, and nobody knows what's going on with him. But anyway, let's take that out. Maybe I don't know what's going on, but all of his play over the years, like he'd have a bunch of seasons where he'd have 20 some touchdowns and 15 picks and not give a crap about it. That's why he doesn't have all the same passing stats as the top guys, but he just wins because he'd be like, well, I'm going to throw it to James White 10 times in the Super Bowl and win the damn Super Bowl.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see. I'm interested to see what the Broncos do. And it's a very similar situation, I think, to the Packers, where if Russell Wilson is willing to, have some humility and be like, hey, you know what? I don't need to. It doesn't have to be let Russ cook. It can be let the team go, especially considering how well the Denver Broncos offensive line run blocks and how well they ran really well last year. And now they do have Billy Turner all of a sudden this year, so maybe it won't be as good. But still, it's a thing where these guys, it maybe a change of scenery, not being with with Hackett. Maybe Hackett helps him out, kind of keeps him on the straight and narrow, and he listens to him for a while. And if they have success when he listens, I think the thing will be is because they're in such a hard division, if they all of a sudden don't have success, it could be an issue, and maybe he ends up doing the Russell Wilson let Russ cook, and then it falls apart again. Who knows? I don't know. But I don't think I think he's just about the same as Rodgers, and I think no matter which one went there, it'd be about the same thing.
I guess we'll see. It'll be an interesting thing to see how the season develops. Ooh, okay. Damn, Jordan Love and Juwan Winfrey. He's playing the way Rodgers likes to play. Expected him to read the back shoulder throw and throws the back shoulder, and Winfrey keeps running upfield, so it's incomplete. Right now, Lance Allen talking to Rasul Douglas, excuse me, and Lance Allen was.
I'm gonna pause it and listen to the Rasul interview.
Okay. All right, you tell me what he says because I'm too far ahead.
All right.
I will just say that Lance Allen was kind of terrible pregame interviewing people, but that's Lance Allen. I don't know why he got the job he got, but he got it. Hey, we got a nice roll on a punt. We'll take it. Although this one scooped up pretty well and decent return. Man, I just don't understand why the special teams coverage is not any better. Yikes. It should be better. Why do other teams know how to cover kicks and the Packers just don't? I'm so confused. Not a great punt by our veteran punter that we signed. O'Donnell. Bisaccia is not happy, and he's got lots of tape to review and lots to coach up guys on, so we'll see how that goes.
Rasul Douglas is the awesomest guy on the whole Packer team. Period. End of story.
What did he say? Say it.
He said, "I'm the man." No, that's not at all what he said. You know what Jair Alexander said?
Yeah.
I'm the greatest ever. That's what he said. You know what Rasul Douglas said just now? They asked him, what's so special about the defense? He's like, hey, we're a bunch of guys playing together, working hard, fast, attacking, getting to the ball. That's the way we do it. Unselfish guys making plays. That's what he said. Then they asked him, hey, coach has been really complimentary on you helping out with special teams and being a leader on the special teams. Can you tell us why you think that's so important? And he's like, well, that's why I came here. I came here to win. Do whatever it takes for me to help this team win. Period. Rasul Douglas. And then, there's another really awesome thing. I can't remember. Dang, I wish I had this exact memory. I'm terrible at memories lately. Big Sakia said, they asked him about Rasul Douglas, and Big Sakia said, he's the, oh man, what is the exact phrase? Son of a monkey butt. something about the leader. Crap. Example, like the perfect example of leadership. That's the paraphrasing, but he says it a certain way, which is only 2 words, and it's really cool the way he says it because he switches 2 words around to make it sound cooler. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to find it later and we'll maybe talk about it. But he said Rasul Douglas is that, like the perfect example of a leader for this team.
Oh, we saw his leadership on defense at practice. I mean, he's clearly one of the couple of leaders on defense. And he's playing the hardest cornerback position in the slot.
Well, I wish we could see him. But I mean, I understand they don't want to get anybody hurt, so they're not playing anybody. But it's like, man,
yeah,
I can't wait to see those 3 guys in the middle of the field with Campbell, Quay Walker, and Douglas just covering that whole rangy middle of the field with the 2 fast linebackers and the super smart, aggressive star corner. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
Ty Summers getting defensive snaps here at inside backer and just cementing his position as being cut pretty soon because he gets blocked. And even on this last play where he doesn't really get blocked, he hesitates reading the play and attacking the play and tackles a guy a couple of yards downfield when he should have just attacked the hole and shot in there and didn't do it.
And that's what Quay Walker does.
God, Ty Summers, what happened to you? That sucks.
He's playing like AJ Hawk.
Yeah. I think this might be a catch. That's nice work by this kid. Damn. Should give that to him. That's a challenge at Dennis Allen. It's a good catch. Throw it out there. He's not going to because it's preseason, but 3rd and 4 coming up for the Saints here in a little bit. Enigbari inside. Easy completion over the middle. They get the first down. So they throw Enigbari inside on that one. And they had a couple of the light guys, the outside backer, and they have 1 D tackle on the field. I'm not sure. Dude, I'm not sure what that defense is supposed to stop. It wasn't supposed to stop anyone from getting 4 yards. I'll tell you that.
Okay, I know I'm going back 2 plays, but that's how far behind I am of you. That was not a catch. The ball clearly hit the ground.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought it looked pretty good.
No.
All right. Oh man.
Yeah, this is a dumb lineup.
It's not great. Yeah.
Well, the other problem is when they only have to go 4 yards, and they had like Ty Summers standing at the line of scrimmage, and he backed off into the flat.
I know. So he wasn't going to stop that guy
in the middle of the field. Like you had to have your 46, who was your deep safety, had to come up and try to cover a guy in the middle of the field, 4 yards downfield, because they had Ty Summers run to the flat, even though he was lined up perfectly to just go straight backwards and then cover that spot.
You could have had you could have the first down to the guy in the flat. You could have had the first down to the guy over the middle. The corners were also deeper than that. So that, like I said, that defensive call was not to stop anyone from getting 4 yards. It was an interesting call on 3rd and 4, but whatever.
By interesting, you mean dumb.
Yeah. Hey,
Dude,
Jack.
We gotta be more positive. Remember, we're supposed to be more positive.
Jack Hefflin almost ended up out at corner covering a wideout here. Just watch.
Hold on. Preston Smith's coming back.
Oh, Preston Smith. Hey, Preston Smith. Could Jack Hefflin fill in as a defensive back and cover a wideout on the outside if need be?
Yes. He's got the skills.
Just like you, right, Preston? You're great in coverage.
I am really bad. I don't know why they keep having me drop back coverage. I know I tell you guys I'm good, but in reality, I suck at it. So, it's really bad. I kind of just stand there and look at everybody and then don't do anything. So it'd be way better for me to attack and play things right. Looks like Coach Barry and LaFleur are, they're mad about something. Probably because they tried the Jack Heflin cornerback play. Aaron Rodgers is laughing about it, but I don't
Hey,
think it's.
hey, watch this, Preston. Your new teammate Abernathy comes up and beats two offensive linemen, attacks a screen, and tackles him in the backfield. It's a nice play. And Jack Heflin had great penetration, splitting a double team on that play too. So some good plays being made by these second and third teamer defensive guys here.
The other thing I liked was number 60. He is making plays. What's his name?
Yeah, Slayton.
That dude he made plays on family night. He made plays
I
in the
know.
first week. He's been making plays in this game. He read the screen. So even if 46 wouldn't have been there, watch 60's there to at least get in the way. Now, I may not have been able to make a play, but that was a great play by Abernathy.
Chris
I
Slayton.
hope that guy makes the team because he looks like he's aggressive. I
Yeah.
like.
Chris Slayton Chris Slayton's number 60, 6'4", 307, 26 years old, out of Syracuse. He's got 1 year in the league. But he looks to be a better, more impactful Slayton than the other Slayton we got.
I got to be honest. I think I like him more than Devontae Wyatt at this point. Of course, I haven't seen Devontae Wyatt do anything, so how do I know? But I've just seen 60 make a lot. Even when we were at practice a couple weeks ago, remember I kept saying, "Who's 60?" Because I thought it was 90 at first, and then I was like, "Oh," because I saw the 0. And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, no, that's not 90 because 90's standing over here on the sidelines. Who's the 0?" And then I saw it was 60, and I was like, "Dang, that guy's making plays. He's beating the guys in front of him."
Amari Rodgers just fielded a punt at the 3-yard line. I'm not sure why. And now the Packers got a flag on the return, so it's going to be deep in their own territory here. Amari, also, I know these are preseason practice games, but also practice not catching the ball when you shouldn't, like inside the 5-yard line. Don't catch that. Come on, buddy.
I can see tonight the Big Sakia has got a lot of stuff to work on.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of issues. Now, we talked about earlier, there's some guys who aren't out there, but it's a little scary.
It does look rough, but hopefully those other guys being in there will make it look better.
I don't know.
I do like Abernathy. It seems like good pickup. The Packers have been quick to grab guys that they want, right? They've made quick moves with some other teams' cuts. And they're like, "Ooh, we like that guy. Psst, grab him. You're out of here. You're in here." So they've been trying to improve competition at the bottom of the roster, and sometimes those guys turn into guys that end up playing significant time for you and having an impact with injuries and other things like that. So those are probably good long-term moves so far. So they look pretty good.
Well, the thing is, like, being aggressive is the key. We just watched the last defensive series, right? We watched Ty Summers not be aggressive, and what happened? He made the tackle, but it was 5 yards downfield. And then Abernathy was aggressive quite a bit, and he made two plays that ended up leading to a punt for the Saints. And it just shows you that even if you're wrong, at least go out and go all out on defense. Because if you try to react to something, you're one step behind every time. But if you are attacking and being aggressive, you might just screw something up for the offense. And then next thing you know, maybe you don't make the play, but another guy who's also being aggressive makes the play because you screwed something up for the offense. But if you just stop and be passive and react to things, that's when you don't make any plays. That's when you're the AJ Hawk. You're tackling guys 5 yards downfield. That's when you're the, Machinez, who it could have been something, but he was told, clean up the mess, right? We don't know. Maybe he could have been something better. I don't think he could have, actually. Now watching him at the Giants over the last couple of years, he's not really done anything with them either. So I don't think he's that aggressive to be able to make plays. My screen went blank. Is yours blank too?
It's raining at Lambeau Field here, so
sometimes it goes
you know how it looks. It looks way more dramatic when they show it in the lights than it actually feels. But there is a steady rain coming down. Jordan Love's still in the game. Jeez, all right. Well, he's playing lots of snaps here. Packers are running it. Ooh, big guy. Caleb Jones is in, the 6'9", 370-pounder at left tackle now. Sean Ryan's in there, finally.
Well, I want to
Right
watch
guard.
that. I want to see why can't he get into the even the number 2
I don't
offense?
I
Like,
don't
what's
know.
going on? Like, what's he doing that he sucks so bad?
With as terrible as Royce is, I can't imagine why he can't at least compete at guard. I just can't.
Well, he's not even running with the 2s. He's running with the 3s.
Yeah.
So,
3rd round pick running with the 3s. Yikes. Caleb Jones is a huge man, but he just ran past everybody and didn't block anybody. Okay.
well, he's following Bakhtiari's footprints then.
This is not a downfield run. It's just I don't know what he was doing there. Cole Van Lanen's getting some work at left guard. So, like I said before, right now they list him at a guard tackle. If he shows to be capable at guard, backing up, he could be. I don't think they're going to start him, but he could be a guy that makes a team this year. Looks pretty good on these plays. All right, nice push, good sustaining of his block. Dexter Williams back, number 34 now, and looks a little faster than Edgar Bennett used to.
Oh,
There's an old reference for you. For those of you Packers fans that are old enough to remember Edgar Bennett.
but Edgar, he's a mutter.
Oh, but he fumbled it. Oh, no.
That's something Edgar didn't do. As slow as Edgar was, he didn't fumble very much.
They showed the replay. Caleb Jones was running in front of him, and his leg kicked up behind him as he was running, and he kicked the ball out of Dexter Williams' hands as he's being tackled. It's hilarious. That's all right. Dexter Williams still in there. Nobody noticed he fumbled. At least the coaching staff didn't. He was playing in the USFL, right? So
yeah,
they're saying he's in football shape, ready to rock and roll. Again, he made the team a couple of years and then was cut last year during training camp. Ooh, Zach Tom with a hold there. They didn't call it though, thankfully. Whew. Okay. Jordan Love. See, playing through the 3rd quarter here. Look at this. He's got a 2nd and 9 coming up. Got lots of heat on that ball. Dexter Williams, a little too much there, Jordan. It's high. He wasn't really open anyway. Not a great ball or decision. Not sure what's going on with Caleb Jones here. Oh, okay. The guy he was blocking fell down, and he gave him the head shake, like, don't try to come after me. I can always block everybody. Okay. So now it's 3rd and 9. Packers trying to go. They got a 3-by-1 set here. Trips to the bottom. One guy split out wide right. That's Toure. Jordan Love's coming near sideline. Oh, boy. Trying to get Amari Rogers. No, not Amari Rogers. Excuse me. It's one of we got 3rd-teamer wideouts in there now. Who's number 5? I can't remember his name. Gosh, too many guys in preseason. Help me out, bro.
I'm a whole play and a half behind you. So
Ishmael Hyman. That's right. Ishmael Hyman from James Madison.
You're ruining this game for me. I don't know if we can
I'm
do
sorry. It's still 13-10. So nothing's ruined. The Packers are still winning. Everything is fine.
I know, but I'm first now seeing the 3rd and 9 play now just snapped.
Okay.
Why was that not completed? Was it just a terrible pass or what happened?
Yeah, it's not great. Not a great pass. Plus it's raining and he threw way to the far side of the field, outside. The longest throw he could possibly have to make in the rain.
Yeah, but the guy was at the sticks for the first
Holy
down.
crap, Jordan Love's going crazy. Oh my God. Can't even tell you what happens. Jordan Love going crazy. That play was so crazy. Aaron Jones is coming in now. Oh no, that's not Aaron Jones. It's a good throw. Catch it. Oh. Man. I guess Aaron Rodgers' tough love didn't work. At least not in the rain. Because we just had another drop. That's a good throw by Jordan Love. Jordan Love's, I got to say it. I know he had 3 picks last week, but only one was really on him. Jordan Love's looked pretty good. Almost like a capable NFL starter at this point.
I think he looks good.
He looks pretty good. He's got a lot more zip to the ball tonight than remember how we were talking before, how kind of his ball looked kind of weak and would lose steam.
That
But
shit.
tonight,
Mari Toure should have caught that crap.
I know. It's raining and I get it's wet, but he should have came up with it. That was a good throw. He's got his arm is alive tonight. Mom and Dad lost their coverage. We'll hang you in to the end of the game, Mom and Dad. Don't worry. We got you covered. What time were you up today, man?
Time was I awake? 4:30, but I didn't go to bed till
1
o'clock because I took a nap yesterday for like 3 hours, which was dumb, and then I couldn't sleep.
Say the word dump.
Dump?
Yeah, because now I'm going to go back and re-edit that part. I'm going to take when you say the word dump and put it in place of the word nap that you just said in that phrase.
Well, I can just say it. Want to take a dump?
No, I want you to say.
I took a 3-hour dump. I'll just say it. I don't
care. Preseason, yes.
Bruce just said that on the chat that not this chat, but the other chat that Love looked. He's like, "Oh, Love looked good for a while. Now he looks crappy." I'm like, "How's he look crappy? That was a good pass, Bruce."
That's a very good pass. Last week, Bruce said Love was meh. I'm like, he played pretty good. He looked pretty sharp most of the time. Now we know
Love looked about as good as Eric Stokes looked all last year playing corner all the whole year, Bruce. Just so you know.
we know Jordan Love's main concern is when he gets pressure on him, he kind of freaks out and just chucks it up there. That's his only big problem at this point. Everything else, like to run the offense, he looks pretty good.
And he's thrown some passes in some tight windows today, and they've been fairly accurate, I would say. His issue is when he has to throw a pass to the flat, apparently he's terrible at that. But if you want to see a 5-yard fade to the end zone, he's like the man at that, because we watched him practice, and he was great. So I don't know what to say.
And he's ripping the ball down the middle of the field, too. So throwing it where he's got to throw it. Man.
I'm gonna mute myself, eat some Doritos because they're getting stale.
All right. Mari Rogers gets a little action coming up here. He's got to be more impactful as a receiver, although maybe not because we still got Randall Cobb on the team, so we don't have to worry about it.
Take me off the big picture, you dingus.
All right, 3rd and 5. Jordan Love back to pass. Decent pocket. Rips it over the middle. Oh, nice adjustment. That is... No, please tell me you didn't drop it. Come on, Amari Rogers. That was a great adjustment to the ball. Jordan Love threw it where he had to throw it. And Amari Rogers made a great adjustment. Let's see if he's down. It's a catch or if it's a incomplete pass. That was well done, Jordan Love. The route led him into coverage. Jordan Love was a wobbly-ass ball, but... Ground cause it? Can the ground cause it? I think that's a completion, or maybe not. The Packers trying to get that snap off, and Dennis Allen says, "No, I'm McCarthy it or challenge that play." Let's see what happens. Anyway, it's good to see plays like that. Ball adjustment from Amari Rogers. The ball doesn't come out until after he hits the ground, so. You cannot call it. That's got to be a completion. And he's down. He did not go to the ground to catch it. He got tackled to the ground, and the ball pops out after he hits the ground. That's a completion. Dennis Allen, that's a total Mike McCarthy challenge. Nice work. Way to waste more minutes of my Friday night when I got up at 4:40 today. Only 10 minutes after Ben.
I'm going to say that's not a catch.
Why? He wasn't going to the ground to catch it.
I know, but he didn't make an athletic football move
Oh
before.
my God. Because he got tackled right away.
Doesn't matter. That's not a catch. He didn't have it long enough.
Man.
Not
I think it's a catch. What do you say to the couple people that are hanging around? Catch or no catch? Say it. We got
no
2
catch.
minutes. 2 minutes to find out who's right, according to the NFL officials in preseason. Who is ever watching this crap in preseason? I say catch. Ben says no catch.
Talk, man. I'm eating Doritos. Anyways, so
I gotta pee.
I liked the initial hands,
An adjustment because he was going that way,
but
but he's
it was like a complete 180 turnaround, reaching. That was a great catch, catch. But you got to continue all the way through, and I'm telling you, I don't think that's a catch because of the rules. I mean, come on.
Ugh, it's a catch.
If that's a catch, then Aaron Jones. How many touchdowns did Aaron Jones get taken away from him last year? I mean, that's a catch if it's Devontae Adams in the end zone. They call that a catch.
Or Jordy, that one.
Yeah.
Remember that one that got popped out like right away in the end zone, and still counted as an Aaron Rodgers touchdown.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, except for when Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Remember? Then they called it not a catch, even though it was clearly a catch because he had 2 feet in bounds, hit the ground after being touched, and then the ball came out.
Yeah.
So, based on the fact that this is Amari Rodgers and not Devontae Adams, it's not a catch. Sorry, dude.
What if you're no catch? Damn you, NFL. Mom says it's a catch. Mom's got the right idea. Oh, we can't see it. Okay. Dang it. That's not a help.
Again, you know I hate being right all the time?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Mom and Dad were out last weekend, and I said that, and Mom's laughing. She was like, yeah. And then Dad's like, you sound like your mother. Because Mom agreed. She's like, it's tough. It's difficult being right all the time because everybody gets mad because you're right all the time.
Next Friday night is a big day.
I know.
Speaking of Mom and Dad. Yeah, lots of fart gun salutes. Lots of fart gun salutes next week.
Yep.
70 fart gun salutes next week.
I think that was a 70-yard punt. Who's the guy that came streaking down and totally missed the tackle? Your guy, Ladarius Hamilton. God dang it!
He's not having a good night.
That punt.
I know he's not having a good night. It's disappointing. If you were Amari Rodgers right now, 3rd round pick last year, you're playing late in this game, preseason game. How do you feel about that?
Well,
guys like
he's been playing the whole game and he's had every opportunity to try to make a play, and they've given him every opportunity to try to make a play, and he still is fumbling and bumbling and screwing up punt returns and catching a punt at the 3-yard line. It ain't looking good.
Guys like Allen Lazard don't even have to dress. Don't even dress. You are a 3rd round pick, and man, rough. That's rough.
Well, he's got Aaron Rodgers to thank for that, because if Randall Cobb wouldn't be there, he probably would have had a more important role last year, and he would have had a bunch of catches, and he would have been established vet already this year.
Dang.
There's Allen Lazard right there talking.
I know. That's why I said he doesn't even have to dress. Too good to dress, Allen Lazard. Too important.
I don't
Amari
think
Rodgers
can grow facial hair.
No, he can't.
He's so young. He looks like such a kid, even though he's like 6'5" and a monster, but he looks like a little kid.
6'5", 227. Plays like 210.
Plays like 5'2", plays like 5'2", 170. Though they say at camp he's been mossing guys more
All
lately.
right, we'll see it. We'll see
I
it.
want to see it in games. I want to see some mosses. I want to see some contested touchdown catches like Romeo Dobbs had earlier in this game. Lazard
Amari,
needs to start doing stuff like that. Line him up out there and use his size. Dang it.
Amari
Let's
Rogers
go.
is going to get another shot here to catch a punt. So
Ty Summers made a play. Why do quarterbacks throw these stupid dump offs when it's obviously man coverage and the guy's sitting right there waiting for the ball?
I don't know.
Because they think the guy's going to make a move and make the guy miss. Just going to tackle him or something. Wouldn't it make more sense to just not do that and try to throw it downfield more?
Probably. Boy.
What do you do this time?
He's okay this time.
All right. I'm going to watch the coverage units here.
I don't. Why can't the Packers have any good blocking on special teams, good tackle? I mean, how are they so bad on all special teams? So, I mean, the return units and the coverage units are terrible. I don't get it.
I think it's because when you watch it, their heads are moving back and forth like this. I don't think they know quite what they're doing. Or who they're supposed to be blocking, or I don't know. It's kind of scary. But hey, what are you gonna do? Is Jordan Love still out there?
Jordan Love's still out there. I think playing through the third quarter. I think, or through this drive. So is Amari Rogers still out there? Go get him, young guys. Jordan Love, a first-round pick from a few years ago. Amari Rogers, third-round pick from last year. And they're playing in scrub time of preseason game number 2.
Well, they need the work.
I guess they do. I'd keep Royce's ass out there then, too, because he needs some work, too. Lots of work if he's going to be starting. Holy moly.
Who's that?
Royce. Might as well have him play every snap to get as much work as he can get.
I don't think that's going to help him. Amari Rogers around seems to be a successful play so far today.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty. I mean he's got relatively good vision, and like I said, he's pretty good at cutting and changing direction. I mean,
I would rather see him do that than Aaron Jones. I don't think Aaron Jones is very good at that end around play, to be honest. They ran it with him a couple times last year. I don't think it was that great.
Because he can't cut that abruptly because he uses the wrong leg.
Right.
So
he's a swivel. He's a weeble wobble.
Yeah.
Not a cut guy.
I mean, Amari Rogers is never going to take that and break it and take it to the house. No. But he's going to make a cut and read blocks and get some positive yards. Maybe make a 10, 15-yard gain if it's well blocked. So I'll take that anytime. I'll take 5 yards. Good enough for me. That's positive play.
Why does Aaron Rodgers always look like he's annoyed to be anywhere?
I don't know. I mean, I think he can still carry his self-love wherever he is, right? It doesn't have to just be at home.
They asked him, they said, well, we know that you don't like the joint practices, but can you tell us, one positive thing about the joint practices? And he sat there and he was like, I got to talk to Jameis Winston for a while. That's what he said.
What do you think
Andy Dalton. Like, I like talking to Andy Dalton.
What do you think the conversation with Jameis Winston was? Jameis Winston's like, man, I've thrown almost as many picks as you in 5 years as you've thrown in 18 years.
That's probably what it was.
James Winston's like, how do I not throw so many picks? And Aaron Rodgers is like, well, you just got to not throw the ball over the middle and don't throw it
Yep.
into traffic and don't take any chances. And James Winston's like, but that's all I do is throw it over the middle and take chances and throw it. Oh, okay, I get it.
Oh, that's how you
So
become so.
yeah, get a great quarterback rating. Okay, Jordan Love is still in fourth quarter. Holy moly. Must be taking him through the end of this drive. We got a 1st and 10 here. Pitch out to Goody Goodson. Oh, flag. Dang it. Sure, it's a hold. There's a pitch play to the left. You can tell Rasputin that Jack Heffin looked pretty good tonight.
He always looks good. I want to know is Bruce hates Jordan Love?
Yeah, he does. Well, because he loves Rodgers.
Oh, okay. Does he love Rodgers?
Lee's got the burning question, Ben.
What is it?
Who are we keeping, or who do we think the Aaron Rodgers is going to keep, Lee? Who are we keeping? Let's answer who we're keeping, and then we'll answer who Aaron Rodgers is going to keep on the team. Ben, who are
If it
you
was
keeping?
up to me, I would keep Alan Lazard. Amari Rodgers, Winfrey, Dobbs, Watson, Toure. That's what I would keep. Cobb gone. Sammy Watkins gone. Forget it. We don't need him.
Wow. Who's Aaron Rodgers going to trust out of that group?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is gone too. If it's my say, I'll pay him $150 million to not be on the team, just like I'm paying Za'Darius $11 million to not be on the team.
Well, we also have to factor in Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. So will you still keep the same guys and just say, do like Brady did and figure out how to play with these guys?
Yeah, because I don't think Cobb is, as much as I like him as a guy, I think he's an awesome guy. I love him as a guy.
Yeah.
But let's face it, Double D was an awesome guy too, and they forced him to be gone.
Yep.
They forced him to retire. They were like, listen, we got all these other people. Randall Cobb was the reason why he retired, to be quite honest.
And he was still good at that point.
He was still good.
He was still productive. And remember, he was in that last season he was on the team. He was inactive for what, like 8 or 9 games or something. Wasn't even on the active roster.
I know. It was sad.
That was sad. Okay, who would I keep? I would keep basically all the same guys except, well, how do we do on Randall Cobb? We haven't seen him do anything. We haven't seen him do a damn thing. The other guy I would do one other guy. I would keep Danny Davis on the team.
Oh yeah, he looked pretty good.
Because he's got instincts too. That might turn into a guy that Rodgers actually trusts because he can adjust to the ball and he reads stuff and come out. He had that great play last week where he wasn't really open. Then he just turned around, the ball's coming. He knew what to do. Made a good run after. He's a good run after the catch guy. So I might keep 7 wideouts. If you had to make me pick 6, then I'd have to. I might have to get rid of Toure and keep Danny Davis. And I'll sign Toure back to the practice squad because he's not impressing anybody this preseason where someone's going to snatch him up.
I think he's been impressing.
Who's Aaron Rodgers going to keep though? GM Aaron Rodgers, decider of wide receivers. Who's he got?
We already know who he's going to keep.
Say it.
Lazard, Cobb, Watkins. He's going to bring back Jake Kumaro. There you go. Jordy's coming out of retirement. James Jones is coming back. There you go. That's your 6 guys he's keeping.
The slowest group of wideouts in the history of the NFL. Wow. I mean, you got to at least keep guys he's going to utilize and throw to, I guess. He did say the comment about we got to have our best guys on the field. And looks like right now, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon are our best in our best 11 guys.
Problem is, so are Royce Newman and Jake Hansen and Josh Myers and Runyon Bunyan, and there you go. All those guys are in your best 11 too. So that makes your Aaron Jones and your AJ Dillon not as effective, unfortunately.
Who are you keeping, Lee? Why don't you tell us who you're keeping at wide receiver? Oh boy, this is a total disaster. Another special teams block up. Although, is that allowed? Can you block their guy into their return guy and it's not a flag? Oh, I guess so. Okay, well, sweet. Just do that next time. Just run the gunner guy, or the gunner guy runs the outside blocker guy into the return guy and screws it all up, rather than interfering with him. Make his teammate interfere with him. Nice play.
So that last third down pass before this punt, that because I just saw it because I'm way behind. The ball was definitely not thrown as far outside as it should have. It was underthrown. Amari Rogers beat his guy to the outside, and he had to wait for the ball to get there, and that's why the guy broke the pass up. So that's a Jordan Love problem right there. So Bruce, there's one for you, bud. But I know a lot of fans are probably thinking, "Oh, Amari Rogers couldn't catch the ball." Blah, blah. Well, the guy got his hand in there and broke out the pass because the pass was thrown too far inside, even though Amari beat the guy cleanly to the outside. So there you go, everybody. Jordan Love, underthrown to the outside. He seems to be. How is it that he throws the ball so much better downfield, like 20 yards into like tight coverage and tight windows, and then he's got a guy open on the sidelines and he underthrows him?
They got to get rid of those plays when he's in there. Just let him throw over the middle and let him throw deep.
It's really weird.
Screw that flat and all that outside crap that Rodgers likes. Maybe that's what you got to do. Maybe we do a quarterback platoon. When you want to throw over the middle and throw deep, bring in Jordan Love. And then when you want to throw the outsides, let Rodgers throw, be in the game. And there you go.
Yeah, but then the whole defense knows what's going on, dude. You can't.
Doesn't. Well, they kind of already do anyway, don't they? Or I don't know.
Well, did you hear what happened earlier this week? They asked Matt LaFleur, when did he discover that A.J. Dillon had such good hands and was such a good receiver out of the backfield, considering that they didn't use him in college at all? And Matt LaFleur said exactly what we've been saying about him for the last 3 years. He said, actually, it was kind of by accident. I called the play thinking Aaron Jones was in there, but A.J. Dillon was in there. Yeah, that's right. That's how they found out that A.J. Dillon had good hands, because Matt LaFleur doesn't know what running back is in the game. Call plays for the guy, so he called the play for Aaron Jones, thinking Aaron Jones was going to be in there, but A.J. Dillon was in there, and then he made the catch and was downfield and made the catch, and it was awesome. So that's what Matt LaFleur said in the press conference the other day, and I just had to smack my ankle like this. Because that's the difference between him and a good coach. I mean, I'm starting to get a little upset with LaFleur. Let's go, man. Call plays to that best fit your players. Now, luckily, he got lucky. We now know that A.J. Dillon has got good hands, but that's great. But you didn't tell me Aaron Rodgers was going to be doing. Are you listening to Aaron Rodgers? I got to listen to Aaron Rodgers. He's so good.
I'm not listening to this garbage.
Hear it.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter what he says, because he'll say things and then do the opposite. He is the most hypocritical diva punk. Criticize your teammates, love thyself. He's just such a hypocrite. Can't stand it. I know he's our quarterback for at least one more year, but till he starts playing the way he should and winning the games that they should in the playoffs, he's not getting any more leeway for me. But look at him. He's such a cool guy. Yeah, okay. All right, enough of that. I'm not focusing on it anymore. I'm watching the game. I'm watching third stringers playing the game. You listen to A-Ron, K-Ron Rogers. Ty Summers, I don't know what happened to you. I wish you were better, buddy. Come on, Enigbari, let's go. Oh, man. Okay. Kavianento got beat, but at least they couldn't complete the pass, so we're good there. But that's, third stringers of the Saints as well. Pretty good ball. Just another case of a wide receiver who can't catch it. That's disappointing. I don't know why. I want to know this. How many wide receivers in the NFL do you estimate that aren't good at catching? And if they're not good at catching the ball, how did they become wide receivers? Don't know. I feel like those are unanswerable questions. Okay, Hyman returning this one. Doesn't look so great. I think Jordan Love is finally coming out, or is he going back on the field again? Man, he's going back on it. Let's see. Maybe Danny Etling finally gets a shot. Yes, he does. Danny Etling into the game for the Packers. I think. Jordan, you played enough, man. You let the ball rip well at times, but you still have struggles when you got pressure on you. Danny Etling, the rifler, into the game now. First handoff, Dexter Williams running hard. Oof, taking a shot as well. Okay, we finally got my guy Mene in the game at center. Sean Ryan at right guard. Cole Van Lennon playing tackle now. He was playing a left guard just before, and now he's playing right tackle. Van Lennon might make the 53 this year. Who's the offensive lineman we're keeping? That's another good question. Those are the key positions of concern. Wide receiver, we already named those. Offensive lineman, who are you keeping? Man, Amari Rogers still on the field during trash time. Wow. Okay. Well, O lineman, we got to keep, of course, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, Runyon Jr., Yash. And then after that, you got to keep some guys around. I'd keep Van Lanen on the team. Holy cow. Danny Etling's taking it all the way. Oh, he just saw the edge and took off. Aaron Rodgers, happy for him. Showing his teammate some love. Look at that. Wow. This is a big run. Look fast. Danny Etling's a pretty good athlete. Who else did I have? I think I got 5 guys. I would cut Royce. I'd just cut him. Just get him the hell out of here. He's terrible. He was terrible last year. He's still terrible. It's not getting any better. I'd keep Mene or Mene. I'd keep him on the team. I like him. And then I guess I got to keep Sean Ryan because he's a 3rd-round pick. Is there anybody else? I'll keep Bakhtiari, but he's on the pup list, so I don't have to worry about keeping him right now. That's all I got. Those are the only guys I'd keep. Oh, Ben can tell us about how much he loves Aaron Rodgers now. What does Mom say? Packers have the most non-catching receivers, Mom? Oh, I don't know.
All I know is this. 2 weeks in a row,
yeah,
we've been successful quarterback run option plays, which is never in the offense when Aaron Rodgers is in the game.
It's true.
So that's a whole part of our offense that's not there because of Aaron Rodgers. Just saying, everybody. I'm pretty sure Danny Etling looked pretty dang good on that run. He looked pretty dang fast.
He was fast.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not saying the team would be better. I'm just saying it'd be different, and it might be better for this defense to have the Matt LaFleur offense run and not the Aaron Rodgers / Matt LaFleur offense run. That's all. You're muted.
Packers got 20 points now, right?
Sure. Hey, my phone is acting goofy.
Oh,
I might
no.
be dead here in a second.
That's okay. I might be dead too tonight.
Because I'm in, it says I'm in low battery mode or whatever.
Come on. What the heck?
What's wrong?
Here, let me see what I got here. Yep, 20-10, Mom. The Saints have scored no more points, so it's 20-10. Mom, the Packers are going to win. We'll be 1-1 on the preseason. 1-1, Mom. Woohoo! Whoa. Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame. All this stuff they got going.
I think Danny Etling's in the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame after that run.
Dang. You look good. You look fast. I didn't realize he played at LSU. I'm not a college football guy, so I don't watch the games anyway. So unless they're like guys that are draft prospects, I don't really even check them out. But some people must have seen that Danny Etling is pretty good in college.
So was that before Joe Burrow or after Joe Burrow?
I think it was after. Because Joe Burrow's been in the league 3 years?
This is his third year coming up, so it would have only been.
Oh. I don't know. I got to look it up now. Dang.
But I thought Danny Etling was on the Patriots, and they tried to turn him into a wide receiver.
Oh, maybe that's it.
So he's been at least in the league 1 year.
Why you got to ask me all these questions? God.
I'm not asking. I'm just asking fans. Maybe league or somebody knows. I don't know.
He was the one that told us his name at one point.
Yeah, because we suck. We're the worst Packer reporters ever. We got a lot of opinions that are dumb.
Well, Danny Etling has 1 year of experience.
Okay.
But he's 28 years old.
Whoa.
So maybe he played somewhere else. Now I got to look him up. God dang it. Danny Etling, tell me your life story. Let's see it. Career. He's got 156.25 quarterback rating in his career, Ben.
So he's better than Aaron Rodgers.
Yep. He's got 1 touchdown, no picks, 123 yards. That's 156.25. He should retire right now.
He should.
All right, so he was originally selected by the Patriots in the 7th round of the 2018 NFL draft. And then he spent time on practice squads for Patriots, Falcons, Seahawks, Denver, while also working with the Minnesota Vikings this past training camp. He wasn't good enough to be in the Vikings, but he looks like might be the best quarterback on the Packers who we see in the preseason.
Was that Abernathy again making that play? No, he's 45. Who's 43? Thomas.
Yep. Not good enough to make the Vikings squad. Okay.
Well, they got Kirk Cousins.
Well, yeah, but who else they got after that? He's not
Kellen Mond.
He's not good enough. He's not better than Kellen Mond. Come on.
Oh my God, Ty Summers! What the crap?
Ty Summers so sad. Cut him, please. Cut him after this game. Don't make him play next week. Just cut him.
This book guy is fast and quick, man. Holy jeez.
I know.
He makes Ty Summers look like a ding dong on this play, though.
It's terrible. Ty Summers. God. Lee, what happened to our guy?
That was terrible, Ty Summers.
Ugh.
I mean, he broke his ankles. That looked like me. Remember that time we played pickup basketball?
Yep.
Mole? And I broke that guy's ankle so bad, my crossover, that he fell over, and I just kind of jogged and laid it in with my left hand.
Nope, I don't remember that part.
You were there. Mole was
All right.
covering. The other guy on Mole's team was covering me. And I did a crossover juke move, and he fell over.
Jesus, this quarterback just running. He's running, lowering his shoulder, running
Well, he's
over
been playing the
dudes.
whole game. He's like, man, I'm getting sick of this crap.
His
He just
last
watched
name's Book.
run like 50 yards for a touchdown. So he's like, I can do that crap too.
Just think of all the things that jokes and things that were said about him as his last name's Book. I think he runs over Ty Summers here. God dang it, he knocked over Ty Summers. Come on.
Ty Summers cut after this game.
I know Ty Summers was engaged in a block, but he still should not have gotten run over by the quarterback who lowered his shoulder and knocked him on his ass. Oh my God. Oh, Ty, you were our guy, but you can't be anymore. You're just terrible now. I don't know what happened to you. It's a sad night. But the Packers still winning 20-10. Go Packers. Come on, Britt.
Hey, if my phone dies, just goodbye, everybody. It might die.
All right. That's good. I'll just talk about the game if you have to go wait. I'll keep Mom zoned in on what the score is. 20-10 Packers, fourth quarter. 5:07 to go. Back to pass. Oh. We got another Slayton play. This time it's a sack, man.
That guy is killing it.
Chris Slayton, number 60. He's got a terrible number for.
They gotta keep that guy.
Got to change his number though.
Why?
Because I don't like 60 for a defensive tackle. I don't like it. Change it. Oh no, but we got illegal hands to the face by some dumbass corner, probably. Maybe it was by him. No, it was by Jack Hafeman. Come on, Jack. You screwed him out of the sack. He didn't even do it. He's not even on the face. He's at the jersey. Oh, that's a terrible call. Terrible call takes Chris Slayton's sack away. That's garbage. Terrible call.
Jack Hefflin got good pressure on that play too.
Yep. Chris Slayton, well, because he got up under the guy's chin strap a little bit. This time Slayton gets buried. Oh boy, that's not good.
Well, he just worked his butt off in the play before to get to the quarterback.
Ozigbo is the running back here. He's kind of a fun name to say.
Oh, see that tackle just did the Dave Bakhtiari. He did the fake.
Ooh. I know. Yep. I know. Watch Ty Summers in the next running play.
I don't want to.
God.
It's making
he
me
just lacks. He lacks all aggressiveness, all aggression. He's just so disappointing. No read and react. It's just read and stand around. Man, this quarterback is getting away from dudes. Putting moves on guys.
He was even like flat-footed.
I know.
On that play. Dang. That's pathetic.
I know. He just looks not even like the same guy at all. Got pressure by Inigbari on the next play, but he can't get him down. That's all right. Andy Dalton's too big to play in this game?
Yeah.
What? Why is Andy Dalton too big to play in this game?
Well, he's like a 14-year veteran.
Oh, my God. Slayton makes another play. God dang it. I got to see how he beat the guy. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I see who this guy is now. Ian Book, former Notre Dame quarterback. He's only 6 feet tall. Somehow he ran over Ty Summers before. Jesus Christ. Look at your guy Slayton makes a big play again, Ben.
I like this guy.
I know. He's making plays. He's beating dudes. He's got good active hands. Chops it down good. Gets after him. He's got good closing speed for such a big guy too. Like once he wins, he closes pretty fast. Not all big guys can do that, as we see.
I hope he makes the team.
He should.
But I think Jack Heflin would be gone then.
What if Dean Lowry's just gone? No,
They're not going to
they're
cut Dean Lowry.
they're only going to keep 5 of those guys. He wins again. Oh my God, he wins again. Ah, horse shit. There's lots of pressure on this next play, but there's a flag. He just keeps winning. Like, they're going to be like, well, but it's against crappy third string offensive linemen. So practice squad. Let's put him on the practice squad.
Well, they will put him on the practice squad.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling someone's going to pick him up after watching these games.
Probably, because there's plenty of teams that don't have good defensive tackles.
Yep.
Yep. Well, they're probably only going to keep 5 on the inside, right?
Whoa.
So Clark, Dean Lowry, Jaron Reed, Wyatt. That's 4. There's only one more spot.
4. That's 5. TJ Slayton's going to make the team too.
Oh, shit. I mean, crap. Then neither of these guys can make it.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they're not going to keep 6, right?
The problem is the team is stacked at inside linebacker. They're stacked at defensive. And then they got nothing at, and they're stacked at running back, stacked at quarterback. They got nothing at offensive line, wide receiver, outside linebacker, and corner after Douglas. They're hurting. And safety, all they got is Davis. Though I do think Sean Davis, or whatever his name is, looks like he's going to be pretty good. I almost want to see him out there over Savage, but I don't know. It's going to be sucked. They're going to end up cutting guys that are good enough to make the team because of the numbers game, and then they're going to have weaknesses in the starting lineup all over the place. Even though they've got defensive tackle, which is so weird because for the longest time in the world they had no defensive linemen who were any good, right? The whole thing was get Kenny Clark some help. Oh no, Kenny Clark. I mean, I have to be honest. Is TJ Slayton make the team? Is he showing enough to make the team over Chris Slayton?
Only because of his size, because he's 330 instead of 307.
Yeah, but I mean,
but Chris Slayton is playing the way that you thought Devontae Wyatt would be playing.
Yes.
So
getting off the block in the backfield and making plays.
So why do we have to draft defensive guys in the first?
I don't know.
There's only 11 guys that can be on the field at one time, and there's specific positions you got to have guys at, and the Packers just draft whoever they think is the most intriguing athlete instead of filling out a roster. It's weird.
And that's why special teams sucks.
Yeah.
Because you got guys on there who don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're all athletic potential with zero technique. And it's going to be scary. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know.
Watch they'll come out regular season and all look great.
Let's hope they all look good. Hey, I'd rather be wrong about it.
I mean, none of the starters on defense pretty much are playing.
No.
But
the only guy is Quay Walker.
It is a little scary that they're basically sitting almost all the starters on defense, but the whole starting offensive line that they're projecting to have has to play in these preseason games, and then they still look bad.
They need the work.
Yeah, they do. They could have used some help. Offensive line could use some help.
Well, just in case I die, let's talk about some stuff. I thought Jordan Love looked good today.
I did too.
Thought his passes were crisp. I thought his accuracy was good. I thought he took shots in tight windows, and they were very accurate. And I'm down to 10% in my battery life, just so you know. Okay. And so I was impressed with that. The offensive line Did pretty good at pass protection. The starting offensive line, I thought, not so good in run blocking, which is something that they talked about during practices this week. What else? We had Chris Barnes showed that.
Yep.
I don't know if it was a smart move to get Quay Walker because he seems like a solid guy, knows what's going on. I like Abernathy, was aggressive, made some plays. Hopefully he makes the team. We got Chris Slayton, looks like he's good making some plays. Tyler Davis had another rough game. I don't know what's going on with that. And then we just cut Dominic Daphne. So was that a smart move? Probably not. I don't know. So those are the things quick takeaways of this game. Tight ends is still a problem.
Yep.
Offensive line, super big problem. Wide receivers, maybe not as big a problem as we thought, but we don't know we haven't seen the guys Aaron Rodgers wants to throw to, so that's another. Looks like we got offensive pass interference in the end zone there.
Yep,
that's good news for us.
Still 20-10, Mom. 20-10. 1 minute 42 seconds left. Saints 3rd and goal. They've been backed up now with the offensive pass interference, so they're pretty far away from the end zone. 3rd and goal from like the 17 or somewhere in there. 12. I can't remember. No, 16, 17. I think the way most receivers run pass patterns is just dumb. Or the patterns they're telling them to run are just dumb. Because they don't really do anything half the time. Actually, more than half the time. Probably 65, 70% of the time, they just kind of run straight. And then they turn around and hand fight and try to look for the ball. And that's it. How the hell is that good route running? I don't get it.
I don't know. Double D could show him a few things.
I know. Give him the shimmy shakes and the other.
Yeah, that was a sloppy dead leg that 84 ran on that route.
I know. He didn't do anything. And then they just get to the end zone, and then the defensive back puts his hands on him. He puts his hand on him. Ball's thrown. Oh, maybe I'll catch it. Maybe it's a bad throw. Maybe it's a good throw. I don't know. All right. Big Sacky is magic. Works on special teams. He's excited about it. Oh, no. He was mad, and then he was happy. Got a missed field goal here. Not caused by the special teams, but by the kicker of the Saints. So that's it. I agree with all the things you said. I think those are all good observations. The other sad observations, Ty Summers looks terrible and needs to be cut.
Yep, terrible.
And
tomorrow.
But also Tyler Davis. So maybe this is something. Hey, here it is. Maybe guys with the first name of Ty or Ty in the first name, the Packers should not draft or have on their team.
We got a history of guys named Ty that screw stuff up. Ty Montgomery screwed up that one. Came out of the end zone, got traded the next day.
These things can't just be coincidence.
Ty Detmer.
They're signs. Ty Detmer was terrible for the Packers. It was
Ty
terrible.
Detmer, he knew how to read a nickel defense. Brett Favre didn't even know what nickel defense was. Had to ask him what nickel defense was. And then Ty Detmer's like, well, that's when they bring in another corner and it's 5 defensive backs. And he's like, and Favre's like, that's it? They give it a whole name just for that. It's like, yeah. He's like, well, I know what that is. I just didn't know it was called dumb nickel defense.
And then the other thing, so we shouldn't draft people with Ty or Tyler, Ty or Ty in their first name, but we should have more people with Chris as their first name.
Yeah, Chris Barnes, Chris Slayton,
Chris Jackie.
Whoa.
He was a very good kicker for a very long time. Come on.
Chris Jackie once went on a charter boat that Ben Schultz was the driver of the charter boat.
What?
Yeah. Ben Schultz drive charter boats in the summer, I think, for like one summer.
I did not know that. Wow.
He said he used to get huge tips. Like if they would catch a lot of fish, then these guys give him like $100 tips and stuff. This is back in 1980, like early 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chris Jackie. I didn't know he liked to charter fish.
I don't know. But he went on a charter fish. It was him and who else was it? He said there was 2 Packers on there. Chris Jackie was one of them.
I'm trying to think if there are other good Chris's to back my argument, but
I don't think there is, but
help me out, somebody. All right, Danny Etling, after his big touchdown run, kneels down, taking this game to the end. Play of the game, turning point of the game, Toyota turning point of the game tonight. Danny Etling, 51-yard touchdown run. Packers with 181 rushing yards tonight. Danny Etling, 51 of them. Impressive.
On a quarterback option run,
Yep.
which is something you'll never see Aaron Rodgers do, especially in his 18th season.
That's why you watch the preseason. You get to see stuff you otherwise would never get to see.
Yeah.
He takes a knee. He's got to take one more knee. Oh, man. Players to watch, according to the Packers preseason broadcast. Isaiah McDuffie, 6 more tackles tonight, second on the team. Jordan Love, 12 out of 24, 113 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Jordan Love. Looked pretty good. He ripped the ball. This was the best I've seen him throw the ball anytime I've watched him. Even though he struggled with the out routes and the flat and all that stuff, for the most part, he looked good throwing most of the ball most of the night. That's it, Mom. Packers win. Packers win 20-10. What do you got, Ben?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It looks like they gave Amari Rodgers a ton of playing time.
Yep.
It was a wishy-washy up and down play tonight. They gave the offensive lineman quite a bit of time. Cole Van Lannon got a lot of playing time at different spots. He was playing right tackle and left tackle.
Yep.
Or right guard and left guard. He wasn't even playing tackle tonight, which is really weird. Actually, he wasn't there in right tackle. He's in there at right tackle right now. Or at the end of the game, he was in there right tackle. So he played right tackle on that big Danny Etling run.
Yep. He played left guard and right tackle tonight. So I think Van Lannon might make the team. Let me ask you this question before we go.
Yes,
Amari Rodgers.
Yep.
Do you cut him?
No, I just said no.
You got to keep him.
You cut Randall Cobb.
Danny Davis didn't even get any opportunities tonight.
Nope,
so
he didn't play. That's really weird.
Why does Amari Rodgers have to play the whole game?
I think they want to keep Danny Davis hidden on the practice squad, so they're not going to play anymore because he made too good of a play last week. And they're like, wait a minute, we're not playing this guy. We want to stash him on the practice squad because we know that next year we're not going to have Alan Lazard, we're not going to have Randall Cobb, and we're not going to have Sammy Watkins. So we're going to have some guys who know what's going on, and we can stash them on the practice squad and then pick them up later. So I'm picking that.
Just trying to hide those guys so other teams don't pick up on it. I get it.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's the final tonight. Packers win 20-10. Some good spots, some good things Ben pointed out, and a couple guys that probably look like their Packer career might be over for the next cut here. A couple of ties. Ty and Tyler. If they're not cut, they should be. Sorry, but I like them both. I think they're both good dudes, but they're just playing like trash.
Not looking good. Really, those guys.
Yeah. I also don't think you'd have to worry about anyone picking either one of them up. So if you wanted to add them to your practice squad, you could always just do that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if they're eligible.
Danny Etling showed the wheels. Jordan Love showed the arm tonight. Those are the Packers quarterback notes. All right, time to go.
Very impressive. Very impressive quarterback play tonight, I say.
I liked it. It was good. I agree. 20-10, Packers win. We'll be back next week. The Packers won't be playing on the night that we normally do our show, so I guess we'll have a game to react to next week, right?
I don't know. Do you play Thursday?
Yeah, I think it's Thursday.
Awesome.
All right. Green Bay, 1-1 on the preseason. Catch you next week. Still happy, feel like you got to find